everyone. Hi. Hi. All right, let me get on over there. How's everyone doing today? I hope well. I have today off, so I'm having a good day. I even took the dog out for a walk. It's been so long since I did that. Like we usually just take her out around the property or whatever, but like a walk, it was nice. It was quite nice. Boy, she's gotten pretty strong too in her big stature, whatever. I gotta get something better to walk her with, otherwise she's just gonna drag me all over the neighborhood. Hi, Mr. Black Wolf. Hi, Koi. Hi, KB. Hey, Dev. What's up? Hi, Al Capone. Hi. Hi, Sunny D. Okay. What's going on? Anything? Anything new? Anything interesting? I've been trying to catch up on a few other situations or whatever going on social media. The whole Rakita Law thing, I'm so fascinated by. There's some other beefing going on with, I don't know if Mr. Beast is really part of it, but Keemstar and the BJ chick. So I've been trying to catch up on that. So yeah, it's been interesting. And some of the shit with nonsense and Britney. It's just I can't listen to nonsense for that long. I can't. And I do very much enjoy Britney. I can't listen to true crime stories that much either, because I don't know. Maybe I'm not as strong as other people, but I just can't. I can't do it. I can't. Like I like the weird and crazy stories. They're the dark and mysterious ones, or the suspenseful ones, or the unsolved ones. But the ones that, just all that sad shit, I can't do it. Hi, Taboo Topics. So anyway, I was listening to some of the clips that Llama Girl uploaded today, and I don't know, man. Okay, so here's the thing. Katie has, I guess, every right to do and be who she is over there on TikTok. Like she's definitely not breaking any laws. Okay. I don't know about terms of service. I'm not really that familiar with TikTok's terms of service. She could be pushing the envelope there or something. I don't know. But as far as like what she has a right to do, and as far as legality goes, she's within her rights, I think. But as I say it all the time, just because you have a right to do something doesn't make it the right thing to do. And she's like exceptionally mean over there, like her and her panel guests. Like I wonder how it would go over if people like just openly and freely spoke about her in the manner and way that she's speaking about Gypsy, whomever, other creators, whatever. Because like, sure, I know that there's been some people, some creators who've gotten kind of mean with her. Sure. But none that I've seen have gotten that mean with her, at least not consistently anyways. Maybe like one time they said something that was out of, off color or whatever. I know I have on occasion or two, but still, I don't think I've said anything quite as mean as I've heard come out of her mouth in just like one day, but I digress. So I wonder how well it would go over if she was this infamous figure, which, I mean, let's face it, she's not famous. But she is kind of infamous in certain social media communities, especially on YouTube. Much like she says Gypsy Rose is. Yet another similarity. I mean, it's like the more you talk about either one of them, the more similarities are just kind of come about and you discover. It's amazing. Oh, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. It got cold there? Yeah, it's getting cold here. It is. It went from like t-shirt weather during the day to like sweatshirt weather maybe at night to now today. It was kind of sweatshirt weather during the day too. I don't like that. I like t-shirt weather during the day, but I don't like the mosquitoes because they fucking love me. And it's weird too because like I didn't used to like get that bad of a reaction from the bites, but my daughter always has from the day she was born. Like she just gets these welts from like one bite. She'll get like huge welt on her. But lately I've started to get like that too. Not quite as bad as her, but they swell up and shit. It's crazy. I don't know if they're like on steroids or something up here. I don't know. It's been beautiful here. It's awesome. I was going to stream from outside, but it's way too windy today. I just uploaded 2 shorts to TikTok and to YouTube. I was going to record them when I was walking the dog, but there's no way. You never would have heard me. It was way too windy out. So she went off on Robin. Oh, the sister wives chick? Yeah, all right. So let me pull that up. Let's get on over there. Wait, before I do that, what's it say? Oh, you gotta give me that teaser. You know who you are, Messenger. You're fucking teasing me right now. I don't like it. Yeah, I do like it. Do whatever. I just keep. We're gonna talk after my stream. Anyway, let's see. So I'm gonna start from like the. Do I want to start from the first clip? I don't think I want to. I like going backwards with these clips, starting from the end and going to the beginning, because they don't always start off all that interesting, I don't think. But oh, well, that one looks interesting. All right, what's number 2? All right, 1 so far. Yeah, I don't think that. I think I did listen to 1, so I'm going to skip the clip 1. The panelist is talking about Fancy, and she says she checked case that, and of course, that reminds me. Now maybe other people in the community have known about this lawsuit, but I never did. I found a new lawsuit of Katie's. She and Pathos were actually sued by a Facebooker or a free birth movement person. They sued the 2 of them. They're both Pathos and Katie Joy. I never knew this. I never seen it. I never read about it or anything. But I found it last night. Shit, where'd I find it? Damn it. How'd I find it? I don't know. Are you guys aware of this? Pathos. Yep. Okay. Oh, here it is. Yep, I found it. Okay. Let me check chat. I mean, if you guys already know about it, I won't bother. But yeah, I know the chat takes a minute to catch up. But yeah, are you guys familiar with this? So like, the person's name is Emily Seldaya or whatever. And I have to say, I don't think Katie Joy was off the mark when discussing this chick. I mean, she was definitely fucking out there. And I do think she absolutely contributed to the harm and slightly contributed to the deaths of more than one newborn baby. I was there, like, along with Katie, not with her, but, you know, I was around this community at the same time as she, and we watched this happen. Like, the whole community did. We watched this happen with a couple of babies, and it's infuriating to know that you're posting, like, go to the fucking hospital, and they ignore that, and they don't go, and then they're posting about how they had lost, the baby never made it earthside, or whatever it is they call it. So Katie Joy, you did her Katie Joy thing, and she just wrote article after article, blog post after blog post, whatever, about these events, about this group, about this woman. And though I don't think she was incorrect with much of her statements, I absolutely don't think that she came off in a targeted, harassing way and urged others to do the same. And she made claims that, you know, were easily defamation, since they're not proven. They're not statements of fact. They really are opinions, though I do agree with her opinion. So that's why this woman sued Pathos and Katie Joy. I never knew about this. And I would be willing to bet that this is why Katie Joy is not only not writing for Pathos anymore, but none of her previous writings or anything are anywhere on the website. Like, they just scrubbed the whole website clean of her. Okay, you have no idea? Okay. I don't know if Suzanne knew about it. I don't know. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to share screen. So I found this. I was looking up something. I don't even know why. Oh, I think I was curious what her email address was at Pathos, so I was trying to find that out. And this is how I came across this. So let me go back so I can show you. So like here, this was in the search results. Saldaya, and I remember that name. She was one of the main moderators in the free birth something group, Facebook group. And I know that she also ran the website. So I knew the name and I saw that. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. So then I click on it. I mean, you have to like, I don't know, sign up or pay a subscription or something to just get like anything, to be able to pull up a lot of it. But you can still read like the official complaint and shit. And you can see how and why this ended. So we're going to go to case events, I think. Yeah. All right. So this was filed on October 15th, 2019. So this is the complaint with jury demand related document. And I'll pull that up in just a second. But this went on for, I'm not sure how much back and forth. And hell, you know what? Now that I think about it, upon reading this, I'm not even sure Katie knows about this, because this was the reason why this case was dismissed, was because the complainant, the petitioner, could not show proof of service. Like they never showed that anyone was served with this lawsuit. They never showed any proof of that. So that's why this was dismissed. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of possible that even Katie doesn't know about it, but I can't imagine that's the case. But there's no lawyer on the record for Katie or for Patheos. But I can't imagine Patheos would have been hard to track down, or that they would have ignored this, or just, refused to respond to it. That would be kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway. So, come on. All right, so I'm going to turn my camera off because I'm going to have to put my glasses on to read this shit. We will do this. There we go. That way you guys can see it all. All right, so this was filed October 15, 2019, District Court, City and County of Denver, Denver City, Denver, Colorado. Plaintiff Emily Saldaya, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, whatever. The attorney for the plaintiff was Andrew Dullard, and then defendant Katie Paulson, and a attorney for defendant, and then other defendant was Patheos Incorporated. So it says, plaintiff Emily, through undersigned counsel, files this complaint, jury demand against defendants, and states them. Emily is, and at all times relevant, was a resident of Colorado. Okay, whatever. Information, okay, stating where she lives. It states how, upon information, believes she is employed through Patheos. And it says, beginning October 15, 2018, defendants published numerous articles concerning Saldaya. 9 of those articles for the claims set forth herein, also referred to as articles. Defendants published the articles with the intent to harass and defame Saldaya. As a result, Saldaya's reputation in the community has been diminished, and she has been subject to harassment, stalking, and threats of harm from defendants, subscribers, and or the public. As a result of defendants' conduct, Emily's identity is inextricably coupled with defendants' false representations. Emily caused the death of multiple babies. Okay, so that sentence is supposed to say, coupled with the defendant's false representation that Emily had caused the deaths of multiple babies. First claim, defamation per se. Article, cause of death determined in free birth gone bad. It says October 15th, defendants published or caused to be published an article titled Cause of Death Determined in Free Birth Gone Bad. Within this article, defendants stated and or implied the following statements, the substance or gist of which was false at the time this article was published. A. Saldaya committed manslaughter during the California woman's delivery. B. Saldaya's professional services are a sham. At the time of publishing this article, Defendants made the statements referenced in this claim with reckless disregard as to whether they were false. In subsequent publications, defendants conceded they had no knowledge of Saldaya's involvement with the woman's pregnancy in California. The statements referenced in this claim caused Saldaya actual damages, including damages to her reputation, physical and mental pain and suffering, inconvenience, emotional stress, fear, anxiety, embarrassment, humiliation, impairment of quality of life, loss of earnings or income, ability to earn money in the future, and past/future medical experiences. Second claim, defamation per se. Free Birth Society's founder speaks out with no mention of infant death. On October 15th, defendants published an article titled Free Birth Society's founder speaks out with no mention of infant death. Within this article, defendants stated and or implied the following statements, the substance or gist of which was false at the time this article was published. A, I'm just going to call her Emily, okay? Emily contributed to the death of an infant in California. B, Emily's professional services are a sham. At the time of publishing the article, defendants made the statements referenced in this claim with reckless disregard as to whether they were false. The statements referenced in this claim caused actual damages. Okay, so that's being repeated. And then third claim, defamation per se video, a unique birth and a second chance. On March 15th, 2019, defendant Paulson published a live streaming video on YouTube titled A Unique Birth and a Second Chance. Within this video, defendants stated and or implied the following statements, the substance or gist of which was false at the time this video was published. A, Emily committed mail, wire, and or bank fraud. B, Emily has a criminal history. C, Emily uses illegal drugs. D, through her alleged criminal conduct, Emily is responsible for the deaths of 3 children. At the time of publishing the video, defendants made the statements referenced with reckless disregard as to whether they were false. The statements referenced in this claim caused Emily actual damages. Okay, that's being repeated. Fourth claim, defamation per se. Article, new details emerge of Free Birth Society's leader's role in infant death. October 29th, 2018, defendant published an article titled New Details Emerge. Okay, I just read that. Within the article, defendant stated or implied the following statements, yada, yada. Okay, A, Emily is responsible for a California woman's stillbirth. B, Emily prevented a pregnant woman in California from receiving assistance during delivery. C, Emily attempted to cover up her involvement with a pregnant woman in California's stillbirth. D, Emily's professional services are a sham. E, Emily exploited a California woman's stillbirth for financial gain. F, Emily destroyed evidence of her alleged criminal conduct. At the time, okay, just reckless disregard as to whether they were false, and there's the damages. Fifth claim is for an article. So November 6th, 2018, defendant published an article titled Free Birth Society launches exclusive membership for their sheeple. Okay, that's the same. And then they're not really saying what exactly it was, though. They're not. Okay, so they're not like highlighting or pinpointing exactly what it was. Maybe they just mean the whole freaking article. I don't know. So sixth claim. On December 27, 2018, defendants published an article titled Former Members Refuse to Pay for Free Birth Society's New Platform. Within this article, okay, so Emily's professional services are a sham. And at the time, statements referenced with reckless disregard and embarrassment, humiliation, yada, yada. Okay. Seventh claim, February 2nd, 2019, defendants published an article titled Free Birth Society Announces Death of Another Baby. Within this article, defendants stated that Emily was responsible for another woman's stillbirth. So, which means reckless disregard, there's damages. So, eighth claim. On March 15, 2019, defendants published an article titled Woman Who Killed Baby in Reckless Free Birth is Pregnant. Within this article, defendants stated and or implied Emily was responsible for a California woman's stillbirth. Reckless disregard and then damages. Ninth claim. Intentional infliction of emotional distress against Patheos and Paulson. Through her experience as a blogger, defendant Paulson knew or should have known publishing the articles would result in defendants' followers harassing, bullying, stalking, and or threatening Emily. On information and belief, as a publisher and owner of articles relating to matters of conflicting viewpoints, defendant Patheos knew or should have known publishing the articles would result in defendant's followers harassing, bullying, stalking, and or threatening Emily. On information belief, defendants published Emily's name in their articles to aid defendants' followers to locate, harass, bully, stalk, and or threaten Emily. Defendants published the articles intending defendants' followers to harass, bully, stalk, and or threaten Emily. As a result of defendants publishing the articles, Emily has been harassed, bullied, stalked, and threatened. As a result of being harassed, bullied, stalked, and threatened, Emily has suffered damages in the form of emotional distress and physical manifestations of emotional distress. 10th claim, outrageous conduct against Patheos and Paulson. I didn't read this far in this, so this is all new to me too, even. Through her experience as a blogger, defendant Paulson knew or should have known publishing the articles would result in defendants' followers harassing, bullying, stalking, and or threatening Emily. Would lead to Through her experience as a blogger, defendant Paulson knew or should have known that publishing numerous articles identifying Emily by name would tend to drive her articles to the top of Google searches in the name of Emily Saldaya. On information belief, as a publisher, the owner of articles relating to matters of conflicting viewpoints, defendant Patheos knew or should have known publishing the articles would result in defendants' followers harassing, bullying, stalking, and or threatening Emily. Okay. Articles would aid defendants' followers to locate her. Defendants published Emily Saldaya's name in the articles to direct internet searches of her name to the articles. Defendants published the articles intending defendants' followers to threaten Emily. As a result, Emily has been harassed, bullied, stalked, and threatened. As a result of defendants' conduct, the entire first page of Google search results for the term Emily Saldaya return some or all of the articles, which falsely implicating Saldaya in stillbirths and attack Emily's business acumen and integrity with false statements. As a result of defendant's conduct, Emily has suffered damages in the form of emotional distress and physical manifestations of emotional distress. Prayer for relief. Wherefore plaintiff's request an entry of judgment against defendants and in favor of plaintiff on each claim in an amount to be determined at trial, plus interest, costs, and attorney's fees, and for such other and further relief as the court deems just and appropriate. Jury demand. Plaintiff demands a jury of 6. Respectfully submitted on this day, yada, yada. So yeah, there's that. I never even knew about this. This is crazy. I had no idea. And like I said, there's no attorney on record for Katie. So I almost kind of wonder if she knew about it. I mean, she might not have. Here, let me just, I didn't check all of these documents. So I just want to make sure before I go pulling them up that there's like no addresses and shit like that on it. So I don't think there is, but never know. So which is one? Oh, this is the cover sheet. Parody. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this cover sheet shall be filed with the initial pleading of a complaint, counterclaim, cross-claim, or third party, yada, yada. Okay, I'm not reading all that. Simplified proceeding. Okay, so right here, this party is seeking a monetary judgment against another party for more than $100,000, including any penalties or punitive damages, but excluding attorney fees, interest, and costs, as supported by the following certification. By my signature below and in compliance with CRCP 11, based upon information reasonably available to me at this time, I certify that the value of this party's claims against one of the other parties is reasonably believed to exceed $100,000. Okay. So yeah, there's a couple other documents filed, it looks like. Stop it, go away. Okay. Okay. So order, pretrial order. Okay, I really don't know what this is. All right, so maybe someone else will be able to know what this is, because I'm not a legal expert. I don't know shit. This is a pretrial order. Okay, please read this pretrial order. Order shall apply to each case assigned to courtroom 368 of Denver District Court. The attorneys are expected to familiarize. Oh, it's just, all right, going over it like civil procedure, whatever. Civil rules and procedure. I'm guessing. Yeah, look that way. Okay, so moving on. There's only like 2 more filings, and then that's it. Yeah, this is just going over the civil rules and procedure. Yeah, there's nothing else there. Okay, so moving on. Order delay reduction order. Okay, so here's where this part here I think is definitely going to be relevant, especially when we read the last one. So delay reduction order. Right here though, number 1, service of process. Proof of service of process under CRCP for all defendants must be filed within 63 days after the date of filing of the complaint. After 63 days, the action may be dismissed by the court against any defendant for whom proof of service has not been filed. That's relevant to why I think this was dismissed. So yeah. What did I do? Okay. Then, so there's this one here on the 19th, order to show cause. Yep, here we go. I probably should have read this one before we did this, but I'm reading it now, so that's what matters. Oh, shoot, I left it on. My bad. Okay, so anyway, it says, it appears plaintiffs have failed to comply with the delay reduction order, pretrial order in this case, in following respects. Service of process. Proof of service of process under CRCP 4 for all defendants must be filed within 63 days after the date of the filing of the complaint. After 63 days, the action may be dismissed by the, I'm guessing, against any defendant for whom proof of service has not been filed. Default application for entry of default must be filed within 14 days after default has occurred. Yeah, so it looks like the plaintiff's attorney or the plaintiff or whomever, just someone dropped the ball there. But there's one more filing. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Why can't I pull that up now? This is annoying. October. Documents. Huh. Okay, I swear I did read the withdrawal or dismiss thing before, but now it seems I can't pull it up. What's this? This is what I was just reading, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm guessing that what I was just reading, because down here on the bottom it says the issue date says plaintiffs shall have 14 days from the date of this order to either file an appropriate motion or Come on. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Or show cause in writing why its claims should not be dismissed. Failure to comply with this order will result in the dismissal of all or parts of this case without prejudice for failure to prosecute. No further notice will be provided. So I'm guessing that nothing occurred in the 14 days and then it was dismissed for that reason. So yeah, how is it no one, I don't think anyone really knew about it because I haven't heard anyone talking about it or anything. And I looked it up in the kitchen, didn't I? Damn it. All right. 1 second. I'm just going to run and grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry. I want to take some Tylenol, but I don't have it in here for some reason. So yeah. I guess I mean, even though, yeah, sure, the plaintiffs kind of dropped the ball and shit on their own lawsuit. I mean, it was still filed. The claims were still made. I mean, I don't know if. I mean, I think that, in my opinion, I do think she did have some responsibility to bear for the things that had occurred because it wasn't just that she created the platform for people to make the decisions they made. She insisted on the atmosphere that I would argue and say pressured people into making such decisions. Ultimately, I think it's up to the birthing mom, but yeah, I mean, I do think she had the Emily chick had a role in it. Anyway. Okay, sorry. There, that's on. All right, so I'm gonna go on over to but I still can't believe I found that. Like, seriously, I want to check chat. Did anyone else know about this? The final judgment, it was dismissed. And like I said, there was no attorney on record for either Katie or Pathos. And maybe Katie just like tried blowing it off or something, but I can't imagine Pathos would have done that because I think their lawyers would have just mopped the floor with Emily, really. So I'm kind of curious because since no service was made and it looks like maybe not even an attempt of service was done, perhaps neither parties, Pathos or Katie, even knew about the lawsuit. But I don't see how, with all the time she's been sued, over the past couple of years, how is it that no one had stumbled upon this before? Like neither of her attorneys did. I mean, it's something, and this would also explain, I think, why Pathos not only fired her, but basically scrubbed their entire platform of anything she wrote. So I wonder if maybe Pathos didn't know about it. Maybe they found out after the fact and they're like, holy shit, we dodged a bullet there. Yeah, let's get rid of this chick. I don't know. So. Okay, so I'm going to go on over to Llama Girl's channel here. And the panelist is talking about Fancy, and she says she checked case.net. And of course, Katie has to use Fancy's real name and mentions her court case. Panelist, how long she's been following. Oh, that's when they kept saying TikTok. What the hell is TikTok shop, anyways? It's so annoying. All right, so I'm going to move on to the third clip and start there.
Empty vacuum, and when she is around you, she sucks your energy out of you, and it mirrors back to you who you are.
Yep.
And that's what she does.
What did I
And so
start
whatever
with?
she says,
What kind of crazy shit did I start this on? What?
Empire.
yeah, and so whatever she says can never be taken as fact, because what she says is based on what the person she's speaking to wants to hear.
Exactly. That's why narcissists can't go to therapy. And I'm telling you, that is true.
And yes, and she uses her
It
trauma
won't
as
help.
an excuse and blames people that confront her of her being like the woman that she unalived, which
Exactly.
is a threat.
Isn't she doing like just like internet therapy?
Yes.
Yeah. You can't therapy a narcissist. I'm telling you, it does not work.
You guys,
It almost gives them more power.
Hold on. Dee Dee's ghost.
Hey, Katie, what's up?
I'm so happy to have you on the panel. Let's talk about your daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Not her
Yeah,
daughter.
you need to come check your kid.
I don't identify as her mother anymore. Are you sure? We thought you'd be real proud. No,
You did not just say that.
That was a little funny. It was.
You done good. You done good. But we may need to talk about your child rearing skills.
Did
So
Rod
Dee
ever
Dee's
pay you
ghost
that
is one
child
of my
support?
favorite. Dee Dee's ghost is one of my favorite satire accounts because she's always asking Rod for child support.
Oh, okay. So Katie does value and understand satire accounts. Okay, because I think that there's a whole lot of people on social media that will be very shocked to hear that.
Alimony.
I love her too. She's so funny.
Thank you. I love your
I think
channel.
Rod's evil in disguise. I think he tries to play the good guy, but I think he's really like just as bad as all the rest of them.
Well,
He has a lack of moral. Yeah, morale. Okay, go ahead. Katie.
Because your wife can't be like that and you not be like that. Come on.
Yeah. Well, he's okay, so if we're gonna be honest, let's be honest here. It's just Dee Dee's ghost knows all about this. Dee Dee's ghost knows that he puts his pencil in other people's hoo-has, and he has no qualms about that. He was on rugs, and he was a wild drinker. He got multiple women pregnant at the exact same time. He was a deadbeat dad that was always behind on child support. His last child support case with Gypsy wasn't closed until 2001, and his child support case with Nicolette wasn't closed until 2006. He is and has never been a good father.
Well, I know down here in Louisiana, a lot of those boat captains are on rugs. A lot.
You'd have to be.
They
Right,
are.
right.
They like trade them out. Like it's a big thing on the trip docks and everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the rumor is that he likes the snow.
Yeah. It wouldn't shock me one bit.
And then Christy apparently has talked about, the speed.
Yeah, I think she's a drunk.
What does she mean by the speed? Like, does she mean the how she's called without a crystal ball? Does she mean like maybe Christy is with the crystal? Is that what she's referring to when she says that? Or does she mean like just like actual speed? I mean, the speed just covers like a wide array of all kinds of substances, So like some are much worse of an accusation than others, I think. So I'm kind of curious what she means by that.
And I think she pops. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, she likes the I don't know what the word is, but it's for the stuff that makes you feel good. That comes from a poppy seed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We need to talk about
Opioids.
Oh, that's not speed. That's the exact opposite of speed. Although I have to say, when I was in pain management and I was being prescribed this medication for a short term, the shit did give me energy. It's very strange, but for the most part, it doesn't. It just makes you kind of tired and sleepy. So it's not speed. So what the fuck? I'm not sure she knows what she's talking
Guys,
about.
can we like and get up to 100K likes, please? Everybody in the chat. Thank you.
And we're doing should I change my people are not moved by this gift idea.
Ask
So
people to tap the screen.
tap your screens, and I'm gonna change so we're doing the microphone.
Is this what all the lives are like in TikTok? Is it just that someone up on screen ordering their viewers in their chat or whatever to do certain things on their screen? So because Katie, at times when I've listened in, she is withheld information or withheld going on with the stream until these tappings reached a certain number that she was pleased with. Is that what all these lives are like in TikTok? Because that just seems, I don't know, seems kind of grifty.
Or gift inspiring for tonight. And Dee Dee's ghost, what did you have to say?
Oh shit, I forgot. I said we need to talk about my ex, not so 10-foot pole rod, and his paramour, and why that woman is always making calls. Can we say DRUNK on here? I don't know. But she usually sounds like she's a little
Yes.
Intoxicated.
yeah.
He definitely has, well, I mean, she's talking to Natasha again, so he doesn't care as long as they're against April.
The trashy pooper.
I think they're just like two peas in a pod, Christy and April are.
They're the same, they're literally the same
They are.
person. Yeah.
Oh, and then the creators from the Bayou are going at it.
What, the creators from the Bayou are going at it?
Yeah, the Ivory Rose grows, and then the Born in the Bayou chick.
Yeah, they're like one of them says one's lying.
I don't know if it was a lie, but apparently, Born in the Bayou. I guess she's Christy's cousin or something. I don't
Like
know.
her third cousin twice removed. Everyone in the Bayou is related, by the way.
I live in South Louisiana. But I live.
Well, that's some, this, what did she really just say that? That's some crazy shit.
Third cousin twice removed. Everyone in the Bayou is related, by the way.
I live.
Everyone in the bayou is related, by the way. What the fuck is that? Oh my God.
I live in South Louisiana, but I live like 30 minutes from New Orleans on the lake. I'm
Yeah,
on
so,
train. I don't live
she
in the
was
bayou.
going into Ivory Rose nose, not the vertical one.
Hey, Tammy, we must be neighbors. I'm in the North Shore too.
Oh, really? How many dials were
She
you
was
at?
taking screenshots and sending them to Christy and trying to get her dogs.
LaRondra.
Where?
Yeah, outside of Covington.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, thank you, Dee Dee's ghost.
You know where Niles is, right?
Yeah, on the other side of Slidell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
So I think that both of them are lying though. The Ivory Rose knows and the other girl or whatever. A lot of the information that they get, I feel like they just get it from other creators and then share it. Like the one
You guys are the
I
guests.
don't
Keep
know,
liking.
she was in their lives. And
That's exactly what Katie does. She gets her information from other creators, but then sits there and acts like she's breaking news.
she was saying all kind of crazy stuff and people were asking her and she was like, oh yeah. Like she was, I don't know. She just seemed like she was completely full of it. But I accidentally hit to get up here and I don't know how to draw.
Oh,
And I was
That's lucky for me. I don't do that.
okay, finally.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. We're getting to our goal with the. I like Ivory. It's just gossip for the area. You know, Ivory Rose Rose, I think, is a nice person. I think she doesn't
She's
know.
cute.
She's cute. I don't think she knows as much information as she thinks she
No,
does.
she tries.
And she constantly is accusing people of like being like doing stuff. And
She's entertaining. Let's just put it
I'm just
that
gonna be straight. Like if you're doing tarot cards and you're pretending like you are
way.
a witch and you can read people's like stuff, like you're a fraud and I don't trust half of what you say.
Yeah, I'm
So,
the Bible there.
Like Candace Starr and all these people, they're like mediums. It's disgusting. It's gross. It's exploitative. And I don't like respect anyone that does that. And I think it's just horrible. When
So long as their platform or whatever has a disclaimer somewhere on it, this has for entertainment purposes, then it's not exploitative. I mean, people either entertain these things because they do find it entertaining, or it provides them with some sort of hope or some sort of comfort or peace of mind, which, I mean, really, it's not exploiting someone. That's, I don't know. Anyway, or, I mean, I think I would only call it exploitative if they're using whatever knowledge that or alleged knowledge that they're imparting to the customer and trying to manipulate the customer into continuing to come back because like something is dependent on their return, and then making up information as you go to try to get the customer to do other things, like other things that are your bidding. That's what would be exploitative. But simply just doing a reading, it's not. It's entertaining. It's, people go see movies and they're not real. Like they're not even true stories, but yet people still pay money to go see them and learn and hear about them. I feel like this is the same thing.
Ivy Rose grows, at least she does like astrology stuff, but like this whole like woo woo bestie isn't my vibe. And she's always mad at the other tarot card readers. And it's kind of like pot meets kettle. Y'all are scamming in a way.
Yeah, they're all there to make money.
Yeah.
I got into a quarrel with one of the tarot card readers.
Was it the Taurus one? Tell me now, was it?
No, it was a assassin somebody. And she said that she was going to send her spirits after me because of what I was doing on TikTok.
Because you're advocating for Dee Dee's ghost.
Yes, because I advocate for Dee Dee being the victim, not Nick.
Yeah. I know Ivory Rose grows and Ivory Rose knows. Yes. We know that they're different people.
I love Ivory Nose.
I like her. I think she's cute. I ain't gonna lie. I think her little personality's cute.
I don't share all the same opinions.
I feel like I'm witnessing Katie finding her people. You know what I mean? Like, and it sounds like, I mean, some of the people here on panel, at times they definitely, sound like they're of an older age, like myself or like Katie. But there's I think the majority of them, they sound much younger. And I think Katie, there is where Katie has found her people. Oh, shit, why did it move? Damn it. Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry, I hit something. I don't even know what I hit. Shit. Now, is it going to go right back to the same spot? I think I know where I was.
Is an empty vacuum. And when she is,
And it's like, I don't know. It's every video is that
I've
now.
noticed here lately she's just putting out stuff. She's just putting out videos like
she literally
something,
talks about the
because there's
PR
no
stuff.
action.
Like she put out the PR stuff acting like I didn't put that out, like it wasn't my video. She starts talking about Gypsy and Christy's declining relationship, which I had been talking about for weeks. And then she's like, I got an inside source telling me this stuff.
Gypsy's been quiet here lately, so nobody's really had much to talk about.
And she hasn't been quiet. She's been posting stuff, but she's being an influencer. But like what bothers me about Nina right now is that, again, like everyone else, they're trying to make this crime something that it's not, and they're adding information to the crime that isn't there, and it's not necessary. Like, focus on where Gypsy is today and the facts.
I definitely think Gypsy was way more involved than what anybody let on be.
I will tell you that one person I know for a fact spoke to Nina. I can tell you I spoke to them. So I know one of her former sources, but that former source hates her now because they don't like that she embellishes stuff. So, I mean, there's a bunch of us that knew Christy for years, and a bunch of us talk to each other. And it gets very frustrating when we start seeing other people sharing what we know and embellishing it like things are worse. Like, oh, you guys don't understand. It's gotten so much worse there. It's been bad the whole time, you guys. It's been bad the whole time. Like, focus on what she's doing now. Focus on her fraud. Focus on the profiting off of the crime. Focus on her lying about, like, even Ryan was like, I can't wait for the paternity test. Maybe it'll show it that it's me and they'll have egg on their face. Like, Ryan knows something.
Yeah, I hope it's Ryan's baby, honestly, because I hope Ryan gets full custody of it, and I hope that, yeah. And it's raised in a decent family. Because Ryan's family's decent, you can tell.
The way that, no, okay, so I know that there's someone that gave her information. I talked to that person, but that person isn't giving her any more information than I've said publicly. And for Nina to act like she knows this and it's exclusive to her is false.
You know, it's possible that Nina might know someone else. It's possible that if Nina found that one source that you're speaking on right now, that Nina could have found an additional source or another source, just somebody else. I don't know.
You know, here's the thing. Christy has a big fucking mouth and she talks to a lot of people. So does Gypsy.
Well, there you go. Right there. You just, by saying, okay, so Nina could have very easily found another source because Christy is a big fucking mouth and talks to a lot of people, right? I mean, make up your mind.
But they also lie. They lie to creators all the time. And they send sources to lie to creators all the time. That's their MO. They want misinformation to run amok so everyone out here is fighting.
Oh my God. So Katie is pissed off because someone didn't give her the truth. Someone had the audacity to not be honest with her. Maybe they didn't even lie. They just weren't honest with her. So therefore they must. Can you imagine the entitlement of going through life just thinking that you are owed everyone's complete honesty all the time, especially when it comes to situations that you are wanting to know this information in order for you to further exploit it and make some money off of it. Imagine that entitlement that comes with just this assumption that you are owed this or you deserve that. It's crazy.
So you're not talking about Gypsy and Christy.
Exactly. And the proof is clearly what it is. Look at what's going on right now with Fancy and Natasha. And they're going back and forth now all because Christy made 2 phone calls.
Yep. And she did that because she wants someone to start attacking April. I mean, anyone with a brain can see that April is crazy and like delusional and a narcissist.
April's gonna hang herself.
Yeah, Jennifer's all, where's Shelly Miscavige? Exactly.
They're
Thank
trying
you.
to take the light off of Gypsy and putting it on Natasha and April. But it's not going to work because, I mean, the drama, yes, it's there, but as soon as that blows over, it's going to change to something else. And Natasha and April are always going to have some type of drama that's going to follow them anyway.
Yep.
When April starts putting out prosecutors and judges and everything, she's gonna see the jail cells. I'm telling you.
She's facing charges with actual
She's playing with the
jail.
wrong people.
She's literally facing time in jail right now.
I know. She's like, what? Do you know what her plea deal was? Anybody know that?
No, she was offered one.
I know, but does anybody know what it was?
No. Do you?
No, I don't. I just knew she was offered one, but I didn't know
I mean,
what it was.
here's the thing. She has a
I know
record.
she declined it, so it couldn't have been so good.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, she has a record, so that's a aggravating factor, right?
Yeah, that always your skeletons always come out of that closet when you do something bad.
She's charged with filing a false report.
Just because she declined it doesn't mean that it wasn't good. It just means that she thinks she's smarter because she's a narcissist. She thinks she's going to beat the system and she's not.
Yeah.
Well, she wouldn't get.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to that one's almost over. I'm going to move on to the next one. So it's what, number 4? Why does it do that? Come on. All right. So here it says, clip 4. A criminal defense attorney comes on called Megan, and Katie will hardly let her speak and almost tells her she doesn't know what she's talking about. The lady begs for them to let her speak without being interrupted. Katie says, why are you ignoring what I just said? Katie is so rude arguing. Katie, okay. These stupid women called Megan a terrible attorney that his legs are, okay. Katie goes off to clearly get more wine. Oh, okay. We're gonna let this play now.
Yeah, I think Didi was like a big time hypochondriac with Gypsy. I think that's how it all started. I think, like, you know how like new mothers are with kids, you know, they're sick, and I think she just took it above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Then she started getting money for it, I feel like, and then like she saw how much money she was getting for it and just started carrying it further and further and further and further. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what I think happened.
But she
I
actually
don't
had,
think she set out to be an intention to be a bad person. I think she got caught up.
yeah.
Because I don't think Didi was like a bad person. Because I think Gypsy ruled the roost with Didi. I think.
Wait, hold up. Megan Tomlinson, isn't this the chick that we just muted?
Yeah, she keeps like, I tried to mute her, then she came back, and then she kept saying stuff.
Okay, come up. Hold up. You have a platform, Megan. Use it.
Now is not the time to be shy, boss babe. Come on, put it out.
No, I just turn off my podcast. Yeah, I'm not super into this stuff. I'm just so curious. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I've been practicing criminal defense in Chicago
Here, I'm gonna
for 14 years, and I'm just so, I'm extremely empathetic, obviously, and I'm not into all of this stuff like you guys are, but I just don't know why everyone attacks this girl. Like, given that she was abused in some capacity her entire.
He's a murderer.
Hold up. You just
Well,
said you're
a lot of my clients are murderers, but most of
wait, well, hold up. You guys, hold up. We can't use that kind of language.
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to say? I don't know.
Everybody
Smur.
Hold up.
You put SM in front of it.
Okay,
Murder,
I'll do
unalivers,
this.
like whatever. But here's the thing. None of that mitigates or none of that changes the fact that Didi was not a threat that night at all.
No, she was.
He had an enlarged liver that was an advanced.
Can you imagine telling a woman or who was just living for years and an abusive relationship, an abusive household? Could you imagine just telling them it doesn't matter because he wasn't threatening you that night, so you are guilty? I mean, sure, it's still a shit choice, and there very well probably was a better choice to be made, but after years of abuse, you're not thinking logically or rationally. You're thinking out of desperation. You're thinking out of fight or flight, probably. You're thinking from a very like closed tunnel. You don't see everything else outside of it. So can you imagine just telling someone it doesn't matter? You should have known better. Yeah, sure, you didn't have any kind of life in which to base your better knowledge from, but you should have fucking had it anyway. It's crazy. What is wrong with people?
Liver disease and an enlarged heart with basic congestive heart failure because it was leaking. She had
I think they
diabetes.
tortured her in their BDSM crap they were doing.
Oh
There
my
was
God.
no civil
What?
attack going against Gypsy. Gypsy attacked
What the fuck did she just say?
her mom. No civil.
Leaking. She had an enlarged heart with basic congestive heart failure because it was leaking. She had
I think they
diabetes.
tortured her in their BDSM crap they were doing.
Did that person just say that Nick and Gypsy just had tortured Didi with BDSM sex stuff? Is that what they're saying? Wow.
There was no civil attack going against Gypsy. Gypsy attacked her mom. There was nothing going on where Gypsy was being harmed.
That's why her knuckles were bruised up.
TikTok shop, everybody, please, for you page. Like everyone, like.
That doesn't. You're enabling her, Megan, by
No,
saying
I
she,
haven't been able to speak, so
If you're being
I wasn't
an
able to give my
attorney,
perspective.
Camille, let's let her.
So I used to represent parents in abuse and neglect proceedings in Cook County, and parents who did have Munchausen by proxy. So I'm pretty familiar with it, and those were abuse and neglect proceedings. And I have a hard time I represent the parents who were the parents who were doing this to their children, and I just don't understand how a child is supposed to be able to navigate a situation like
you
this.
know that
Hold on, let me just.
I just want to ask you before you finish. Do you know? Have you looked at her medical records?
No, but I think
You
for
haven't.
anyone I looked at TikToks about it, but for anyone to argue that this was not happening and that she was, I mean,
Okay, what
would you
surgeries? Tell
say
me.
that?
What
Would you say that a child who was being sexually abused was?
Wait, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say
I
that.
don't do this. I don't-
We
I
cannot
don't
start
know
over.
Oh my
the
God.
language.
You can't say the A
What am I
word.
supposed to say?
SA.
Okay, so would you say that a child who is SA their entire life is supposed to somehow make a rational decision as to how to leave that situation? I
Okay,
mean,
first of all, let me just say something. You're misled by the fact and believing that the surgeries that Gypsy had were not needed, and they were. Gypsy was born with
Nobody even mentioned anything about the surgeries. Okay, the surgeries could have been needed. Oh, for argument's sake, let's just say that the surgeries were needed, but that doesn't mean that she still wasn't abused. That doesn't mean that things weren't exaggerated or there wasn't pressure put on her, or that her. You're arguing something that it's not even an issue. It's not even a topic, but you're using that to make your argument and ignoring everything else that your opponent is discussing.
with a rare microdeletion called 1q21.1. This microdeletion causes a host of issues, including seizures, failure to thrive, feeding issues.
It can cause a host of other issues. It can. So, but your argument kind of falls flat on its face right here, unless you can show proof or show cause that this deletion, in fact, did cause all of her symptoms or ailments or whatever. I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm just saying that correlation does not equal causation. That's all I'm saying.
Eye problems, ear problems, and mental health issues, including antisocial personality disorder.
okay.
He had gone through numerous surgeries that were actually needed.
You know what else causes antisocial personality disorders? Abuse from a parent.
Her defense team only stated for a theory that
And I want to say that the arguments I'm making here, I'm not defending Gypsy. What she did was abhorrent. It was incredibly wrong. And I don't know if she deserved to only get 9/10 years or not. I don't know. I don't feel like that's my judgment to make, but I don't think that she didn't deserve to get more either. Okay. I want to just make that known. I'm not defending anything she did, even if she had just cause, or in legal terms, just cause, or a reasonable explanation for her actions or whatever. It doesn't make it right. And it doesn't mean that it should be overlooked or forgiven or not addressed or without consequence. It requires all those things, I think. But I'm not also going to sit here and make the argument that she should be thrown back in jail either. That's all I'm saying. But regardless, nobody does what she did. Nobody does what she did, and no child her age throughout the majority of her life chooses to live the life she has lived. They don't choose that. No child would. Think about, all of you listening, think about back to when you were 10, 11, 12, especially 14, 15, 16. What was so dire, this, like, I don't want to say burning desire, but like this uncontrollable desire to just socialize, to go out in the world, to have opportunities, to meet people, to show yourself to the world, No child chooses to refrain from that their entire lives. That's something that's chosen for them. So any which way you look at it, she lived a life with circumstance there. It doesn't excuse it, but it was still there. So
Gypsy's mom had MPV. If you go through her medical records, Gypsy has not had surgeries that she needed removed or that she did not need. Gypsy had numerous chronic ear infections where her eardrums were rupturing.
Oh my God.
She needed ear tubes.
Can we just get, that drives me nuts right now. She is using eardrums or ear canals that don't drain properly as just cause for everything that Dee Dee did, basically. Can we just get the fuck away from that? Seriously? Like, I mean, we all have known kids. We were all probably related to kids that needed to get tubes put in their ears, sometimes more than once. One of my kids needed them. Like, I think he got them 3 times, I think. And in fact, they thought he was autistic when he was a baby or a toddler because he didn't talk. come to find out, he just had so much ear infections going on that he lived his first 2 years of life without really being able to hear that well. That's why he wasn't talking. When we put the tubes in his ears, and oh my God, it was just like he woke up from this spell or something, and he was just, you couldn't shut the kid up, you know? So, I mean, it's common. It happens. It doesn't lead to a kid trying to off their parent, though. There's got to be more going on than just needing tubes.
She had born with 2 eye conditions where they were both crossed and one was lazy. She needed multiple eye surgeries, which were needed. She had issues eating as a child, and she still gags to this day. And she had to have a Nissen fundoplication to stop her from vomiting all the time. She went through swallow studies and was inpatient. Dee Dee was not manipulating any of these test results. These are test results that are through radiology that are showing that she's having trouble swallowing. She was failure to thrive so severely that she wasn't growing, and they put a feeding tube in her, and she grew, and she got up on the charts for both weight and for height. She needed her feeding tube. She got the Nissen to stop from vomiting. She got the ear tubes because she had chronic ear infections, and the salivary glands was because she was hypersalivating. She wasn't having Oragel put on her.
Okay, so I was just reading the chat here, and several of you in chat bring up an excellent point. What's the point? Why is this being rehashed? Like, what are they? Yeah, and it's true. Like, what are they expecting to get out of all of this? Are they honestly expecting this chick to be thrown back in prison? Are they expecting new charges or something? Are they expecting to really be able to cancel Gypsy on social media? And for why? Like, what is she? Okay, I get that people just maybe feel a certain way about it and feel like she shouldn't be able to make all this money or whatever in social media because of her crime. Okay, I can see people feeling that way, and I'm not going to fault anyone for it, but that doesn't give anyone the right to take it away from her, except for maybe the platform if they deem reasons to take it away from her. But that doesn't give me the right to take it away from her or anyone else. And if we start assuming that right and thinking we can just, I mean, if you want to not give her the view, then don't give her the view. You have every control over your activity and who it is you support by your choices online. But short of that, if you're going to support a group of fucking entitled Karens removing someone from social media because they just don't agree with it, well, you should know that it's not a matter of if they come for you next. It's just a matter of when, because no one's safe. It's
her gums to make her drool. The salivary glands that were actually hypersalivating were way back in the back of her throat, and they placed Botox in there to stop her from hypersalivating, but she's still, after 6 months, the Botox would wear off. This was like something that was treated over months. This was not something that was medical abuse.
Okay, so I guess I have a couple of questions. So, and don't respond until I'm just going to put my questions out there and you can respond. So my first question would be, is it your position that all of a sudden, once Dee Dee is gone, that suddenly all of these procedures, due to Dee Dee's medical care of her, have all been solved? And so then she's hold on, let me just finish my point. So Dee Dee's gone, and all of a sudden, all of these things, or at least most of these things, are no longer needed. My second question would be, why is Dee Dee lying about her age? My third question would be, why is her head shaved when she doesn't have leukemia or cancer? And why is she in a wheelchair when she can actually walk?
So why are you ignoring everything I just said?
Well, I'm not. I'm acknowledging.
You are.
You're
Actually, what you're doing right now is actually gaslighting. Because
She shaved her head in order to wear wigs better.
No, you're not. You're not acknowledging.
No,
why did she stopped having surgeries?
If anyone listening to this, if you're an attorney and you find yourself up on panel, Katie, like at some point in the future, can you please try to educate her on the definition of gaslighting? Please. That would just, I don't know. It might actually make things a little bit more understanding for her. Like, she might be like, oh, I get it now. Maybe. It can't hurt anyways, right? I mean.
2007. Her last procedures were dental. And it was because Gypsy's teeth were rotting. It wasn't because Gypsy's mother convinced the doctor to take out her teeth. She had caries in her teeth, not cavities, caries, meaning her teeth were literally rotting in her mouth.
Yeah, no dentist, oral surgeon, or whatever is going to push for just full dental removal like that. They're going to push for crowns, caps, whatever. they're not gonna insist on or even really want to see a young woman's or a young person's teeth just get removed like that, because every tooth in your mouth is like dependent on those around it. So like you move like one tooth and it's going to affect all of them, and no dentist is going to support something like that and then cause Gypsy to potentially be in a position wearing, you know, just full sets of dentures or whatever by the time she's 25 or 20 or 30. It's crazy that she thinks that that's what's going on. It really is.
Too much sugar, and lack of proper dental care. Nothing stopped. Gypsy still has hypertonia. Gypsy still hypersalivates. Gypsy still gets winded when she walks. Gypsy is denying that she has these problems today.
But those are the problems that she has today are nothing in comparison
So you're
to
gonna look
all
at
of
that
the
girl's
problems.
eyes and look at each other and say
Cancer.
she didn't need nothing wrong with her eyes. You gonna tell me she don't still need to wear her glasses? You
Of
can't
course, wearing glasses is completely different than being in hospitals
She had surgery to fix her
constantly
eyes.
having
She had
surgery.
to fix her eyes.
Okay, so
When you go into a doctor's
She's out.
office,
She's out. I'm sorry.
she's a terrible attorney.
Oh my God.
I don't want her as my attorney at all.
She answered her own questions.
She goes into testing her in 3 different lives today.
Okay,
I got a question, y'all. I got a question
about.
about the wheelchair.
Hold up. Oh, you guys can keep talking. I'll be back.
She's literally been in 3 different lives today doing that, and I mean, and she's been on so many panels arguing that point, but she never lets anyone finish, and that's why when she first came in and she was talking stuff in the comments, I addressed it immediately, and then she was muted, and then she decided to come up on the panel and wanted to argue with everybody and not listen.
No, she was trying to have a discussion and y'all didn't want to fucking give her a chance to discuss. That's what happened. You just wanted to hammer shit into her. And if she dared to rebut anything, well, then she's got to go. You know, people who know that they're full of shit do that. People who know that their arguments have no merit do that. People who don't want to be standing there or sitting there with egg on their face do that. People who are idiots fucking do that.
The first thing,
Or pussies do that, whatever.
as an attorney, you have to look at the facts. If you're not looking at the facts, you're not a true attorney. If she didn't do any investigative,
A true attorney. If you're not looking at facts, you're not a true attorney. Are you really trying to like put a purity test on that? What the you're not a true attorney.
before she had a talk, then
One second, Camille. Hairspray, there is no unnecessary surgeries. And put one in the chat, please. Put one unnecessary surgery that girl had in the chat room. She had every surgery she had was medically necessary. And at the time of her mother's unaliving, she had not had a surgery or even seen a doctor in 7 years. Her mother was bedbound. She was taking care of her mother at that point. This was not self-defense. This was not, she was not in immediate danger. None of it.
exactly, she was in her bed sleeping when this happened. She came at her mother when she was sleeping. Nobody is attacking somebody when they're sleeping in their bed. Just
1 second. With the wheelchair, she had hypertonia, which means that she could not walk. It is a part of her genetic disorder. She could not walk without getting winded, without her muscles giving out, and she has low muscle tone to this day. If you watch and she had asthma. If you watch any one of her videos or her lives where she's walking, even in the dog park, she's like a smoker that smokes a pack a day.
Okay. I've had low muscle tone in my life. You know, I probably have it now at my age and shit, you know. You can build muscle tone. You can strengthen your muscles. And that doesn't happen from being in a wheelchair. So, I mean, this excuse that I keep hearing, well, she had poor muscle tone. She had poor muscle tone. Well, she could have worked on that and improved the muscle tone. So, I mean, that's, I don't know. I don't accept that as why she needed a wheelchair. I don't think she needed a wheelchair. I think her mother pressured her to be in that fucking wheelchair.
She can't even keep up, okay, at a slow pace. Okay, she definitely needs help with her muscle tone. I thought she was in a wheelchair.
You know what? We have this really big like road race here, you know, running race here or whatever every year. It's called the Boilermaker, and like I can't run it because I tried running it before and I just couldn't complete it on my first try. So, I can't ever run. I can't ever like build up the stamina. I can't ever improve or anything with it. So I just can't even train because I couldn't do it before. Like this is what it sounds like.
Shaving her head was a part of the con with her mother. They did that on purpose to make her look sicker so they could get more donations. Gypsy was aware of this. Gypsy kept doing it up until she was 23 years old when she unalived her mother.
Was rotten and refused to walk?
You're right, she did. And then she didn't want to do it anymore, which might have led to the reason and the result of her mom not being here anymore because she didn't want to keep doing it. So the only way she saw to get out of that was the method in which she chose, which I don't agree with. There were other whatever. Okay. I don't agree with it. I'm not making excuses for it by any means, but the fact that she did something so extreme tells me that she was living in some kind of extreme situation, because why else would you do that?
From children at Make-A-Wish to go to Disney World, to walk around Walt Disney World and take things from children when she was 23, sitting in a wheelchair.
23 years old.
23 years old, man.
What a shame.
She's stealing from children, and she's stealing from everybody right now, and she is manipulating
yep.
the system.
And
she
you know what? She
proud
hasn't
of
even
it.
given.
I'm curious, where has Gypsy, okay, the whole Make-A-Wish thing, maybe by 23, she should have known better for that last one. I'm not going to argue that. I think there's a good argument to be had on both sides, so I just kind of bow out of that one. But like, where is she stealing shit right now? I know that she's signed up for a registry or something before, or, you know, she is going to be giving birth to a baby. And I'm sorry, I am one of those people, because I can't stand people who are like, okay, so like, we do, where I work, we do like a lot of baby showers and stuff. And there's been a couple of women who have made it known to me that they weren't going to do a baby shower for their next baby or whatever, because it's not, I don't know, it's like socially frowned upon. That's insane to me, because I don't know. I had 3 kids, and you bet your ass every one of those 3 kids deserved a baby shower. Absolutely. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about getting me shit or whatever, because a baby shower that would have been about me would have been like the one in Friends when Phoebe was a surrogate mother for her brother there. You know, people gave her gifts during that baby shower that she would use after she had the kids, you know, like skinny jeans again, shit like that. That would be gifts for me for a baby shower. The baby shit is for the baby, and every baby deserves a baby shower. That's where I stand in that. So, you know, even though Gypsy possibly has money or something now, she hasn't been making money her entire life. So, I mean, she's still, I think, coming from behind a little bit. Even though she still has this money, her baby deserves the baby shower. Her baby deserves a registry, as far as I'm concerned. You don't like it, don't buy anything. Okay, problem solved. But she's not stealing from anyone.
And back for that. That's the sad part. This woman has so much money right now, and she can't even give back what she stole.
That attorney did not know the word malingering. Is she an attorney? Is she really an attorney? Is she a real criminal attorney? Because criminal attorneys would know certain terms.
No, I'm
Did she say criminal? I thought she was talking about family court.
sure she was
You
an
know?
attorney. She's a defense attorney. Do you know what a defense attorney's job is? Is to literally
Defend
get
the
people out.
criminal.
To make up that people have things that they don't have.
Yep. Like when she started saying that she defended people that are being accused of Munchausen's, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
Like,
she probably gave him that idea.
you're literally you're representing child abusers. I don't want to talk to you.
How many
I
I
think
think
policy
like
victims make it to
honestly,
adulthood?
there are 2 different kinds of attorneys out there, right? There are like good attorneys that represent the good people, and then there are the slime that represent the bad.
And Katie knows all about the slime, because that's all that she's been able to hire, right? My opinion. I digress.
And I hate the slimy attorneys. I hate them.
I think the reason why Gypsy shaved her head is because I think if she did it, I think that it.
I don't know, man. If I had a court case, I think I'd want the slimy attorney, because, well, I think I'd have a better fighting chance, regardless of whether I was the plaintiff or the defendant or whatever. I think I'd want the slimy attorney. I don't know.
Made the wigs fit better, and I think that Dee Dee bought her whatever wig she wanted if she did it.
Well, no, that's not why she shaved it. They
You don't
shaved
think
it so that
so?
no, it was for the grift. It was
so bad.
Well, no, but I'm thinking as a little kid, like when
no.
you tell a
She
little
said
kid.
that why did Gypsy was asked at Nick's trial? Did you watch her testimony? Why did you pretend to be sick? Because of charity.
Yeah.
Right. So why did she shave her head? Charity. Why did she sit in a wheelchair? Charity.
No, but I was
I
sitting there
just
thinking
wanna-
like a mother-daughter situation when you have a kid so young. How do you convince a kid that young, to shave your head? I wonder if she was like, Gypsy, I'll buy you whatever wig you want. And they just, that's how it happened. That's how I thought it.
No, I don't think so.
How much time is it?
It's for
You
sympathy.
can be Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? You can be Aladdin or whoever.
No.
So I'm looking at the description here, and it sounds like some interesting stuff's coming up, but I don't know when it starts.
And to all the people out there that are Gypsy supporters that say that like everything she has stopped, that's not true.
I
Like
know.
Gypsy still has hypotonia. Gypsy still is dealing with.
Is Gypsy still in a wheelchair? Is Gypsy still walking around with a bald head? Is Gypsy still getting tubes put in her ears? Is Gypsy? So yeah, a lot of this shit, if not all of it, did fucking stop.
Hypersalivation. Why does
Does she still have the feeding tube?
she always stick her tongue out? And why her lips are always wet? And if you notice,
She's like a lizard. Nope.
Oh, okay. I can't have that on here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tammy. Like,
I need around a TikTok shop.
I know. Like, I don't want to get,
It wasn't your fault.
I know. I don't want to get like, I'm sorry. I don't want bullying here. Like, there's no lizards. It's what I was going to say about the licking is because she frequently licks her lips when her lips start pooling moisture.
She has a lot of health issues, and
There's no reason to call her a lizard. There's no reason to call her names. The licking is a product of the hypersalivation.
Like, we can get
I just want to point out what she just said there. There's no reason to call her names or point this out. Okay, this is where what Katie said just now, and it'll come up later.
in trouble for that. Like, as long as you stick with like the facts, you don't like name call or talk about someone's appearance or some sort of disability they have, like you will be fine. But you can't like go off on a tangent about.
And Tara said she takes baby sips too. Yes, and she gags when she swallows things because gagging has been a problem she's had her whole life. Gagging is what had led to her getting the feeding tube. She gags because she has a hard time swallowing.
and also that feeding tube is not a surgical procedure.
No, it is. It is. Yep. No, it is. Getting
When you have to change it, it's not a surgical procedure.
No, but
Right.
the original surgery is a surgery. It's major abdominal surgery. I mean, if I can explain to you what is done because my son had his placed, what they do is they
I'm skipping over this.
take a scope egg, which is like a long, and it's the absolute last resort.
To read your file beforehand and do certain procedures beforehand before you even walk into the room. And if you do say something that's out of line, they always make sure you do a test for it. If her saying those things, like just saying that she just went and she got a whole bunch of procedures done and she was like getting all these unnecessary things that weren't happening to her, they always have to test beforehand. And like my cousin was going into like detail.
They wrap a portion of the stomach lining around the esophagus.
Oh my God.
Basically has that Nissen to this day, which still impacts her ability to properly burp and get rid of. She would benefit from having that feeding tube still to relieve that pressure. She still gags. She takes tiny sips. She gags on pills.
And she does cough when she drinks things too.
She coughs all the time, and she runs out of breath all the time.
I mean, I cough all the time because I have GERD.
Hold up, Megan Tomlinson, you're not allowed back on my panel. Like, I'm not interested in what you have to say.
That's the attorney. Megan's the attorney.
You literally represent child abusers, and I don't want to hear anything you say.
Wow. That's some crazy shit. Megan, the defense attorney, comes back and Katie tells her to unfollow her. Katie says people only get accused of it MVP once in a million years. I've been through a lot in my life. Why can't the trolls leave me alone? She says. Katie says my attorneys are good. My attorneys don't represent scum. Who wants to be the one to tell her? Oh my God. Oh, and then she gets excited by August Gem. Oh, what do you know? Unirock's little minion there. Okay, interesting.
Never come to this page again. You're muted for a reason, and if I could block you right now, I would.
That's so funny.
She's trying to come back on the panel.
She's trying to come back to yell at you again?
Yes.
Not any sense.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm being honest, I really don't think she's a lawyer. She doesn't sound very educated to me.
She's like, I know people that I represent people that have been accused of Munchausen's. Yeah, I'm sure you have, because that like happens once every million years.
She also said her clients were murderers, murderers, all of them. I just thought that was a little bit bizarre.
And like, here's what bothers me. This girl's been through enough. Why can't you just leave her alone? Well, you know what? I've been through a lot in my life too. Why can't my trolls leave me alone? I'm not a troll, by the way. People right now that are talking are outraged by the fact that she is a convicted felon profiting off of her crime.
And why can't Gypsy stop attacking creators that make money and do their jobs? Like, she's trying to make money off of what she did to her mother.
Oh, JoJo says she agrees with everything I said due to her husband and her nephew both having.
So I'm looking at the chat here. Oh, Queen Donnie. So I was told when I was pregnant, no baby shower because I was an unwed mom and not the first, the family, but only not to have one. I kind of felt bad and struggled to buy the big items. My aunts. Oh my God. I'm sorry. That's horrible. That is freaking horrible. Like, it really is horrible. I'm sorry. I bet it hurts your feelings to this day. But I'd feel a certain way about it too. But see, my mom, I was lucky because that was my mom's feeling on it too. Like every baby deserves a baby shower, and it just makes sense. Like it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter like what the circumstances were for the baby to happen. I mean, it's still a baby nonetheless. I'm sorry.
Feeding tubes and venting tubes. Like, I will tell you something, like a venting tube for someone that cannot burp is so important.
I just wish that, I mean, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, hold up. Megan didn't invalidate you. I never said she invalidated me. I'm not the victim here. Tiller under Megan's account.
They keep trying to say like it was a defense attorney. Like it's not a valid defense attorney question if you're going to argue with facts. Okay, you're arguing with what's already put out
Well,
there.
and she wouldn't. Here's a common tactic of someone when they cannot answer your question and they cannot answer your points, then they ask you more questions. So she would not comment on what I said about the medical stuff and instead had to throw out more questions to me. She did not respond to the.
Okay, if they don't respond to shit, it's because they're not making an argument against it, because it's just a small part of the whole argument overall. Like I get what the attorney was doing. So Katie's like listing off all these things. The attorney's like, okay, even if that's true, what about this? You mean to tell me this? And that's what the attorney was doing. And Katie's like, no, get back to what I said. And it's like, no, because you're completely taking away their ability to counter what you said, to argue, to debate back, because you want to keep it on only your argument points, your talking points, while the kitty's outside.
Claims that I made, right? Instead, she had to ask more questions, which is a tactic for deflecting, projecting, gaslighting. She was trying to gaslight. And I'm sorry, but attorneys, they learn narcissistic tactics when they're doing what they have to do. They learn strategies to win arguments.
And
also, there was a narcissistic tendencies to win argument. Wow. See, I don't know. I thought that they were just, I don't know. It took wit. It took, narcissism would completely defeat the ability in which to make an argument, because in order to make an argument to win over the other side, you have to understand what they're saying and understand what they're feeling and where they're coming from. Narcissists, by definition, can't really do that. So I'm gonna have to dispute that.
Katie has been doing this for a really long time. And I mean,
Do what? What has Katie been doing for a really long time? Running from people up on panel? Yeah, you're right. She has been doing that for the entirety of her social media career, probably.
I wouldn't mess with Katie because Katie knows what she's doing. So if you're a real attorney,
I mean, I have attorneys, man, and my attorneys they're good.
Yeah, but they're not like her.
My attorneys don't represent scum.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Who wants to be the one to tell her? I'll do it.
It's just like if you were
It's like the same attorneys that represented Derek Chauvin, who unalived George Floyd. Like, you are like the scum of the earth. You're the scum of the earth. Anyone that represents Derek Chauvin, who unalived George Floyd, you're disgusting.
I mean, let me tell you, some of these attorneys are only out there for their pockets, but in other words, though, like if she was a real attorney, because some of these people be coming on here saying that they're attorneys, saying that they're this and that and the next, and they're not. And they're proving themselves every single time they open their mouth. So,
the whole thing with Derek Chauvin or anything for that matter, it's because people are properly represented that throughout the trial, that the facts do get out there. And you get to look past the bullshit. It's because of proper representation that guilty verdicts can happen, or settlements can happen or plea deals can happen, whatever. But the second you start putting like this sense of righteousness on whether or not someone deserves an attorney, well, then it's only a matter of time before you find yourself on that seat praying and wishing for an attorney when everyone else is telling you you don't deserve an attorney.
The next time you open your mouth, think about how you would sound, and then don't do it. That way you don't look bad in the public light. Because you
Oh my God, I don't even know who the hell you are, but that is the best advice that you are completely ignoring for yourself.
are live and there is 270 people watching you, make a fool of yourself. Just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah, I checked with Johnny Cochran. You don't know her.
What?
Sorry, I shouldn't be.
Someone in the chat saying they think she got called out in another live because they found out she worked at actually KFC.
Oh, well, it wouldn't surprise me. She didn't sound like a lawyer because, frankly,
She sounded very much like an attorney. What are you talking about? Oh, you think you sound like one? Is that? What?
by proxy is very rare. You don't prosecute these kinds of cases very often. And she's acting like she has all these cases. I don't know. And I frankly, when there are cases of it, they almost always make national news.
It's Gypsy's bot.
They definitely do. Like, that's ridiculous.
They almost always make national news when the kid is no longer alive. That's when they make national news.
Tammy, we're going to stick with who we know. We're very picky about who's up on the panel. I'm sorry.
But
Megan.
Here.
Megan, I'm blocking you. You're not coming back up. You are blocked.
Wants to tell us about the new KFC deal.
She's so mad right now.
My God.
What does it say? What? KJ is the expert in legal cases. Katie slags off TLC and calls herself a narc. Oh my God.
You had a perfect chance to defend yourself.
Probably in my inbox too, like messaging me as well. Because that's what happened the last live. I had a whole bunch of people messaging me the last time, telling me that Katie is a bad friend. I'm like, no, you're a bad friend. You're terrible. You're not realistic.
Well, I'm not like, I don't know.
Okay, so it's reddit.com/WOACB. We're going to end up seeing you there. You know, just, yeah.
That's what yeah.
And you should feel like an idiot when that happens. Briefly, but then, you know, get over it. You like the rest of us had to. It's not a big deal. But you should feel like that for a moment.
So today, just to give you a backdrop of what I was dealing with today, because every person that's a public figure has people that like don't like them. And Tammy, okay, here's the thing, Tammy. Once we make a decision, we're gonna move on, and it's the pity and the acting out and like I'm learning the hard way and I'm sorry. Like yes,
I pause a minute.
get back in the chat. Enjoy the chat, enjoy the friends in the chat, move on. We're moving on. We cannot have that kind of conversation on the panel. So every person that becomes a public figure gets people that don't like them. And especially if you're a reporter and you report on things that you're going to get people that are like fans of someone that don't like it if you report on something that they are or have done, right? That doesn't match their perception of who they believe they support, right? And fandoms are very weird because in a way, a lot of narcissists become reality stars. Because I mean, what kind of person willingly says, come to my house and film my life as though my life is that interesting? You have to have, I guess, a little bit of narcissism if you're going to do that. And TLC has a propensity to hire narcissists, right? And so my job has placed me in a position where I have been forced to go up against narratives that are being pushed out by a network that are false. And the people that support these false narratives that have been gaslit by the network and by the narcissist, right? They don't like me because of that, for whatever reason. Something I've noticed is that when people are proven wrong about something I've done, right? So they'll say like, if I get a story wrong, I'll admit it, you guys. And I've gotten a couple stories wrong, fully wrong. And I've had to eat my words. And that's a part of journalism that's not fun when you are misled. But I think I've gotten.
See, I don't think anyone really puts that much stock into whether or not that's fun or not. I don't think anyone, it's not that difficult for people to realize they were wrong about something or new information, it led them to a different conclusion. You know what I mean? They were right for what they knew at the time, possibly, but now it turns out they're wrong. Or just their opinion was wrong, whatever. Okay, people don't usually mind that, especially in a professional setting where they can only go off of the information being given to them. You know, because people lie all the time. People withhold things and or there's always somebody else's view or take on it, you know, that you will learn and consider, and it will alter your conclusion. But, you know, I mean, I don't think many reporters really fucking mind that. It's part of the job. It's not personal, or at least it shouldn't be.
I can think of 2 stories, Gypsy's and one other case. And I had to like eat my words and be like, all right, I'm sorry, this was wrong. And so people have come to me and been like, Katie, why?
She said there's just been Gypsy in one other case. One other case.
You did so much damage by allowing Gypsy's narrative to go out there. And I'm like, not really, because my voice is
This is her being able to admit she was wrong. Just remember that.
so small by comparison to Lifetime Television, Oxygen, HBO, all these networks that have put out documentaries about her and shows, right, about her that are false. When you have a whole world of propaganda out there about someone, it is very hard to go up against that without resistance, because there's a whole public that's gaslit, because narcissists are very skillful in how they're able to lie and portray themselves. So Gypsy has a lot of people very fooled right now because she's a very skilled liar and she's very manipulative. So it's very difficult to argue with people.
We're going to skip on over to the next one. So that was 5. We're going to go to 6. So 6 says, I slowed down the beginning very slightly so you could see Katie set up and her glass of wine and full bottle of red to the left at 39 seconds and moves away from it quickly. I think she doesn't realize she showed it. She 100% drinks every single night. Okay. Who's Camille? All right, I'm gonna skip through the beginning of that. I mean, whatever. She drinks wine. I don't really care.
Me, it sounds like my laundry machine.
That it's a level 3 security clearance and they couldn't give her the records.
Which means what?
So supposedly that's been to the feds. That's what the rumor is.
Level 3 security
Clearance to pick up the records. Yes.
What?
Whatever that means.
I mean, if it is, it's not going to be for Dee. It'll be for other stuff.
Yeah, because that as far as Dee, I mean, that's pretty much done and sealed. Like, there's not really.
She's been committing crimes since she's been out. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. So they talked about Nina a lot in this live. So, okay, so I mentioned the Phoenix tattoo picture too early. I was looking at the wrong notes. But
yes, but Nina stole that one.
Yeah. But they didn't acknowledge that for some reason. They kind of made it seem like, I don't know, they're just kind of like, oh,
on facts that they can get paid for what they're doing. Like Natasha saying, you could just pay $30 and you can go on my Patreon and you can watch everything. Or here's my PayPal, or here's my this.
What I want to hear about are these voicemails that April left Christy. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, so I heard that one firsthand. It's actually on Natasha's page right now, at her TikTok page. She actually uploaded it and you can hear it.
So are you telling me I have to get out of my comfy space and go to my computer?
No, I'm saying that I don't know if you have devices, I can tell you what it says though, but no, she actually uploaded it and it literally is on August 17th or 18th. And April leaves Christy a voicemail.
So the next clip I listened to, and I was wondering why she had her son's iPad. This is why though.
And asked her to call her back, that she really wants to talk to her, and that if she does, then she'll let all this go, or she'll stop, or she won't say something. And I think it was about a court case, or she was going to file something. I'm not for sure, something like that, something legal. And that she really needs to speak to her, and that it'd be great if she would call her back. And then April starts rambling on about how just how great she is and stuff like that, and how she really needs to speak to Christy.
I wish someone could play it.
Can someone pull up Natasha's page and play the video that she posted today of
I can go grab my iPad and
Jump to the next one. 7. All right. Katie says, I hate her face. Oh, yeah, this is what I want to play. Okay. Trust me. It's frustrating. She can't find the audio, then gets excited when she finds it. Calls April paranoid. Yep, this is, yeah.
watch this thing.
As my senior,
I hate her face. Like, why does she put her face up so close? It's so annoying.
This is the person who just said not too long ago that she, we don't need to comment on her face or any of this shit. Just This who just said that, and now I hate her face. Why does she have to put it so close? Well, just don't watch, don't look. I mean, it's not like it's not like you're walking through your house or whatever, and boom, there's a face right in front of you in real life. You know, Jesus.
Have you seen
My follow-up question was about Gypsy, and I put it in I think the Rumble or one of
It has come to my attention that there are some people who are saying that I did not get Dee Blanchard's autopsy.
I hate. What's up? It's on Crime Time. True Crime with. I saw it now. True Crime with Natasha.
I got it up. You ready?
I'm on True Crime with Natasha.
And I hear that you have come to light about your friend, and that possibly she is who did a lot of the things that I thought you did. So why don't you give me a call?
Oh, wait, I got it.
I never
got
have.
it. She has a pin. That's why I can't find it.
Hey,
You got it?
you know who it is. And I hear, hey, you know who it is. And I hear that you have come to light about your friend, and that possibly she is who did a lot of the things that I thought you did. So why don't you give me a call? I'm not your enemy. I never have been. You know where I am. You might want to do that before I go to the FBI with everything. I'm not threatening you. I'm just letting you know that's where I'm at again. You asked me to drop it one time before, and I did for you. I won't do that again. And if you didn't do these things, then I definitely want to make sure that people know that you didn't do these things. I've always been about truth, Christy. You just didn't understand that. Hey.
Okay, that's not. First of all, I want to be clear about something. I know exactly what she's talking about, and that is not fancy begging to be back in Christy's good graces. She's talking about Don Brown. And it's because Christy would put her friends in the middle of things to instigate things. I don't know that Don did these things, but that's who Fancy's talking about, that she's intentionally not telling you the name. It's Don Brown she's talking about.
So it's a misleading phone call.
Yes. She's not begging for Christy's forgiveness. The Blanchards have done some really fucked up things to April. I'm not going to lie. April's also very paranoid, but they have done a lot of fucked up things to April. But they're intentionally leaving out the name. She's not at all begging for Christy to forgive her. Let's listen to that one more time. It was clickbait.
Hey, you know who it is. And I hear that you have come to light about your friend.
So Don Brown ended her relationship with Christy in, I don't know, she's been friends with Christy for 10 years, okay? And she cut her off, and then they got back together and were friendly again. And then they reconnected, and then Don cut her off again, like August 16th, I think. So what was the date of this voicemail? 17th?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the day before, Don had cut her off. And so Fancy's saying, I hear you heard this. This is why you can't, this is why Christy's giving this to Natasha. Because Natasha doesn't know the facts. If Christy were to give this to me, I know the truth. I know that she and Don had a falling out. I know that Don cut off Christy. And I know that April is blaming Don for doing stuff that Don did not do at all.
No,
they're talking about Don Brown. And I know this because I've spoken to Don Brown.
This part coming up.
I know for a fact they're talking about Don. Because Fancy has been publicly stating that Don has been doing this to her for a very long time. So Natasha leaving out Don's name is clickbait, so you guys think she's talking about someone else. She's talking about Don.
Hey.
Give me some love for the tea.
It is.
I know the truth here. It's Don Brown they're talking about.
And I hear that you have come to light about your friend, and that possibly she is who did a lot of the things that I thought you did. So why don't you give me a call? I'm not your enemy. I never have been. You know where I am. You might want to do that before I go to the FBI with everything. I'm not threatening you. I'm just letting you know that's where I'm at again.
I'm sorry. When I first heard that part, I know it's Fancy talking, but oh my God, I just started laughing my ass off. I'm not your enemy. I never have. Just give me a call, and then, or I'll take you to the FBI. It's like, whoa, what? What the fuck? Oh my God.
You asked me to drop it one time before, and I did for you. FBI with everything. I'm not. Why don't you give me a call? I'm not your enemy. I never have been. You know where I am. You might want to do that before I go to the FBI with everything. I'm not threatening you. I'm just letting you know that's where I'm at again. You asked me to drop it one time before, and I did for you. I won't do that again. And if you didn't do these things, then I definitely want to make sure that people know that you didn't do these things. I've always been about truth, Christy.
So she's intentionally leaving out the information about what she's accusing Dawn of doing, which April has literally said on her lives. Dawn Brown is doing these things to me. She's publicly said it a million times. The she's referring to is Dawn Brown. But if Natasha didn't edit that name, y'all wouldn't like have anything to talk about, right? So she's talking about Dawn Brown. That's it. It's not that deep. It's not anyone. It's Dawn Brown. Trust me. I know it's Dawn Brown that she's talking about. I know it because I talked to Dawn Brown, and Christy and Dawn has been accused of doing things by Fancy that I don't think she did. Dawn DAWN Brown is.
I was gonna say for the first time I listened to this, I'm like, who the hell's Dawn? Who's Dawn? But then, yeah, Dawn.
Someone that was friends with Christy. She's not a creator. She's just like a friend of Christy's that Christy would use to like mediate stuff. She did a live about it last week and said that's why she was talking about it. Yeah, Dawn. She's been yelling about Dawn for weeks, but like threatening her, sending her stuff to the house, doxing her. I don't know. Just like Fancy's acting like it's criminal, but it's not. No, because Christy and Natasha had no relationship, right? So Christy didn't just come to her senses about Natasha. Dawn and Christy stopped talking, I think, like August 16th. Okay. August 17th, April's calling Christy, leaving that message. No, they're not talking about me. No, she's talking about Dawn Brown. Trust me. I have never done anything like sending things to Fancy's house or doing anything like that. April is accusing Dawn of doing that.
That's crazy. They made all that for clickbait.
It's always clickbait. It's just so fake. Like Natasha's whole MO is clickbait. And this is why I'm saying like Christy gives stuff like this to creators because she wants to put April in a bad light. And listen, I don't like April, but that is like total bullshit.
Like doing her stuff and then leaving and like glamorizing it more than it actually is. And so
You mean sensationalizing it?
Yeah, like making it bigger than it actually means.
Yep.
So, and I feel like a lot of creators do that. They're like, they try to get you to watch what they're doing, and then they just like, oh, it's nothing really that important. Like,
This part coming up.
Do I know what's going on with Fancy?
This part coming up.
This video, did she post something? Let's look. See, aren't you glad that you guys have me as your friend to tell you the truth because I know this shit?
Wow. I couldn't believe that when I heard that. Like, aren't you glad that you have me as a friend so I can tell you all this shit? Like, you're so lucky. You're so lucky that I'm blessing you with my truth. Aren't you so glad? But listen to what comes up next.
I sincerely appreciate it, Katie.
Aren't you guys glad?
I'm still kind of, you know, like still dreaming, because I still can't believe that you are my friend. It's I'm still like trying to like pinch myself here, but yes, I am happy that.
Okay, wait, which video guys are
And Katie's just like, all right, shush. Now, you in the chat, what video are you talking about? It's like, bitch, I ain't your friend. Shut the fuck up.
You're talking about a Fancy.
Good morning, guys.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
What Fancy video is going on with Fancy?
I can't call her Fancy. Like her name is April. I know that we like, and who names their kids? Fancy's such a dumb name.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one. There's only like 2 more clips left, so we can try and get through most of them, I think. All right, so this one is talked about Nick and the McDonald's. Oh yeah. Nina quit her job. She wasn't fired. Nina knows nothing about the justice system. Nick doesn't have severe illness or mental illness, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, and here's where she goes looking for Bree because she must have known that her stream was just becoming so freaking mundane and boring as possible that she needed to add some sort of conflict or whatever to it, you know, spice things up. So she went looking for Bree, her content in which to do that. So yeah,
fondling himself for 9 hours.
And like, if this is about like his disability, at the end of the day, his family failed him.
9
So it just
hours.
goes much deeper than that, but he was capable of something so.
I'm guessing she means like in the McDonald's there or whatever. Why did it take McDonald's 9 hours to take care of the issue? I mean,
Brutal. And he's pretty much like a public, sex offender at this point by doing things like that. So that's just not someone.
No, he wasn't in his car. He was in the McDonald's. Literally in the McDonald's, sitting in a booth in the lobby. They did call the police. He was arrested. Yes, he got arrested. They found a knife on him too.
Now, she's saying that this civil suit was leaked into the media outlets like TMZ and various independent content creators for the sole purpose of defending her. No, man, you put this on the internet first, so I don't understand how that would be defaming or discrediting you.
No, that's a fucking lie. Gypsy gave the entire case to TMZ before Fancy could even talk about it, because I have a text message from Gypsy when she did it. He was not in the stall. He was in the lobby, in the booth at McDonald's. Of course, Gypsy should be in prison, but Nina wants him out on the street, apparently.
So that's why it seems from Gypsy to me. However, she also says that she is a public figure, being stalked and harassed and bullied by massive groups of online people attached to Gypsy Rose and her family. Now she talks about she was live on YouTube.
Okay, but this is like, I'm sorry, but this is like pot meat kettle, because Nina says all the same things about Gypsy. She says she's being stalked, harassed, and lost her job.
okay,
I'm gonna
so
tell you a secret. Nina quit her job. She wasn't fired. Just putting that out there.
I believe it was one of her followers. I'm not really sure, but it seemed as if it wasn't a threat.
if that's true, then why are you making the argument that she's wrong for doing it if you believe you're right for doing it, or you're not wrong for doing it, rather?
Now, she goes on to say that
Nina wants him in a place to help him with his mental illness. Like, Nina doesn't know anything about the justice system, clearly. He wasn't declared incompetent. The only time someone gets to go to a state mental health facility is if they're declared incompetent and they don't know what's going on around them. Like delusional, like dealing with severe mental illness. He doesn't have severe mental illness. I'm sorry. Being on SSI doesn't make someone severely mentally ill. We're talking about Andrea Yates, who heard voices telling her to kill people. He knew right from wrong.
Wait. Oh, no, wait. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the Smith lady, not Yates. Okay. I was like,
He
wait,
just
what?
he didn't know right from wrong when he
She's
literally.
gone. She's gone. I've been patient with her, but she's gone.
she was kidnapped by Sarah. Sarah did the kind gesture of taking her to court, and now she's saying, and this is what she's doing.
Okay, so Nick, all I'm going to say about Nina's response is like all Nina had to do was say nothing. April ran her mouth. So Nina's response is I'm going to pull up all of her court records.
Well, you know their response.
Everyone knew this case was happening. Everyone knew she was arrested. Nick was offered a plea deal, but he declined. He was the main person that did the crime. Of course, he was going to get a greater sentence. That's how the criminal justice system works. It doesn't matter if someone asked him to do it.
No.
Yes, she's the mastermind, and she should have gotten first degree murder, but the public perception at that time was so in her favor that they never would have convinced a jury. He was offered that possibility of parole, and he declined. 25 years was his plea deal. Of course, she should have gotten the same sentence. I'm not saying she shouldn't have. We can't control her sentence. That is on the prosecutors. That is not on Gypsy, right? They made that choice.
It's crazy. Like they
And
think
the failure is not that Nick needs to be incarcerated or free. The failure is that they bent to political pressure and gave her a plea deal. No, and double jeopardy doesn't count for federal. It's called dual sovereignty.
the fact that if you're not like, they think because you're not pro Gypsy, you have to be pro Nick is crazy. Like we could think that they both
Holy
deserve
shit.
to be in jail for life, and that could
What's
just
that?
In this case, there's no winner. There's no winner.
Holy shit, she said that. She said that double. Oh, I'm kind of impressed that she corrected herself in that. That's good. That's good. But what political pressure, what politics were involved in Gypsy Rose being offered a plea deal? Which side of politics was I don't know, supporting it, pushing for it, whatever. Like, I'm curious how that would, like, was this like something that some politician ran as part of his campaign or something? Like, this is all news to me. I don't know.
I'll talk over the panel all day long.
That right there.
It's her live. What are you talking about? It's her channel.
That's insane. Like, bitch, I'll talk over these fucking people up in panel all I want, all day long. You think anyone cares about them? No, they're here to fucking support me. They're here to do what I want them to do. I'll run right off my panel if I want. Like, that's how that comes out. Like, I'll talk over people all I want. Like, imagine, and then what is it? The people up in panel, like they come right back and start like trying to reiterate that or Katie's stance or whatever, like supporting her ability to talk over them or whatever, like it's okay because it's her channel. It's not at all rude. It's not at all, you know, unproductive or anything, you know.
Gypsy able to get her day. Okay, was there something else I needed to see?
No, that's pretty much it with Nina and Fancy. The only other thing is Fancy and Tasha going to war, and then the two Bayou girls going to war, and then yeah.
It bothers me that she doesn't take responsibility, but she's a sociopath. So. Oh my God.
Oh, well, that's
What was that? What you watching?
That was, I don't know. That was like, you know how like TikTok just has like videos that just start playing and like, you're like, what the hell is that? That's what that was.
Ugh.
Was there anything?
On who? Like, I mean, with Nina, and then that's pretty much done.
I want to.
I mean,
Or should we see if
I want to just jump out there too and say she went to prison for 9 years. Whether she wanted to or not, she kind of had to take responsibility for at least 9 years. I mean, why is it people just overlook that? I mean, sure, she's not coming out and saying what everybody feels like. I don't know, feels like they should be able to hear from her. Like, but she doesn't have to do that. And no one's owed anything. The only people who are owed anything, maybe possibly, are the people who were like pretty much the whole direct cause of the hurt she caused. That would be like Dee Dee's community, Dee Dee's family, loved ones, or whatever. It wouldn't be strangers on the internet.
Bree with the facts is live?
Oh yeah, let's see if she's live. Let's see how she's dealing with it. Because right now they're trying to take Christy and Gypsy from her. Let's see if she's surviving it.
yes.
Gypsy battle.
Damn it, she's not live. This isn't a gypsy battle. This is a society battle. Are you kidding?
What are we battling in society? We all know smarter is wrong, right?
This is what they do. They're so grandiose.
Oh, Bree's not live. Come on. I need something to talk about because I'm losing viewers right now because I suck.
Oh my God.
Dang, now with the civil rights problem with Gypsy.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's rare these days. Content creators who have integrity, class, and respect. Social media has basically become a shit show. Any one of you who has made the decision to repost or make a video using the image of Gypsy's tattoo on her back with Dee's autopsy on top of it, and not even lined up to match up with a tattoo, which it doesn't.
Bree has to enter herself into every conversation. She's like the girl that like, nobody, Bree. Right? Like, nobody, Bree.
Like, you know what's messed up though? She said with integrity, like, I know the Snow Queen is not on here talking about integrity. I heard she's still wiping her nose. I know she's not.
Hey y'all, it's Bree. I'm going live right now because there's so much misinformation going around about Gypsy.
How did she get 115,000 likes on that one video about misinformation?
I'm telling you, they're paying for that.
They have to be paying for promotions. I never said the autopsy was expired.
I don't know exactly what video she's talking about or why the likes happened or anything, but I'm going to put out a possible reason, you know, an answer or whatever. I'm willing to bet that a large part of the likes or whatever she got is because people just really don't like Katie Joy's narrative or Katie Joy's behavior and things or whatever, the things she says about things, how she talks about things or people or whatever, and how she's completely unapologetic and shows zero traits whatsoever of humility. I'm thinking that might be why anyone else's likes are so high.
What is Bree is so desperate. I don't know. Go to bed, Bree. Exactly.
What does it expire to? Do we get a new one? Like, do we dig her back? Like, the unash her? Like, how does that work? Dee Dee, you gonna come back or no?
Dana, how about we not speak about anyone else's medical history unless you know what you're talking about? And sorry, I don't think you do.
You know what I love? Bree, she's like, I'm the only person. She's just another April and another Nina. I guarantee you, when she falls out, she'll be like, they're gonna be trying to like.
She's gonna be in a padded room. Like,
no, they're gonna be like trying to like contain Bree. The same way that they have a pattern of linking up with these very volatile women.
Whoa. I think there's almost a Freudian slip there.
She's gonna be in a padded room. Like,
Trying to like, and another. You know what I love?
Speak about anyone else's medical history unless you know what you're talking about. And sorry, I don't think you do.
You know what I love? Bree, she's like, I'm the only person. She's just another April and another Nina. I guarantee you, when she falls out, she'll be like, they're gonna be trying to like.
She's gonna be in a padded room. Like,
no, they're gonna be like trying to like contain Bree. The same way that they have a pattern of linking up with.
They're gonna be trying to like contain Bree the same way they what, tried to contain you too, Katie? And then she just like stops what she was saying. They have a pattern of, what's their pattern?
These very volatile women. And it's like, they all are the experts. I don't know how I'm watching this. I don't even know what account I'm using on TikTok. It's just
The grandiose sense of self to think that she does not also meet that description. To think that she's special. She's not one of those people. She's special. She's the exception. Nah, you're like the biggest one in that bunch.
Yeah, I didn't think
My
you did.
opinion.
Yeah. You see, that's what this means right here, okay? Okay? All right, you have a great day. Bye.
What is that even? Okay, Bree too.
they're volatile themselves. I know. God, Bree is.
That's what that post was about. It had nothing to do with Gypsy. It had to do with a
Oh God, why does she have my picture?
member. And people
What is playing? What is she? What is?
not giving a shit
What is this playing?
about respecting them. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. But, oh, she was just live 1 hour ago. We missed her. I wouldn't be surprised if Bree and Gypsy, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Bree was sending nudes to Gypsy. I mean, I'm just saying, like, Gypsy does that.
You know the guy that's always on her panel, that roadie guy?
Yeah.
He literally has DV charges for like hurting his wife and like felony charges, and that's why he keeps talking about how Gypsy is so great and everything. She went through DV and like he feels so bad because he's got DV charges himself.
It's like the worst. Okay. Oh God, you guys, I feel so stupid for ever like believing anything Christy said.
Right.
Is that what, like,
I wonder.
He feels so bad.
Yeah.
He literally has DV charges for like hurting his wife and like felony charges, and that's why he keeps talking about how Gypsy is so great and everything because she went through DV and like he feels so bad because he's got DV charges himself.
It's like the worst. Okay. Oh God, you guys, I feel so stupid for ever like believing anything Christy said. Does that? Oh, Bree without the facts.
Oh, that's the one that's that girl I told you that we blocked and she got mad at you. Remember? Look at she has you all.
Katie Joy rage quit.
I told you that's the one that messaged me. I was like playing HR for her.
Katie admits to doxing Dan live. These people think posting court records is doxing.
No. People think posting social security numbers is doxing. And that's exactly what you posted when you posted the court records. And her excuse was, well, because I'm not used to there being social security numbers in court records. Like, that's crazy. Like, they don't do that here in Minnesota. So why would I even think to look for that? No, maybe not. But you should know to look for possible addresses being shown or something, because a lot of court records do post that. So in your efforts to go over the document and make sure that that shit isn't there, you should have spotted the social security number and thought, I think I better get rid of that one as well, But no, here, please, by all means, show us yet another famous example of you accepting guilt or accepting consequence of you admitting you're wrong. Let's hear it. Let's see this humility.
Oh God, I can't. This is like, the subculture of the anti-gypsy world is like a whole thing. It's literally a whole thing.
What's with this?
Why are you so up? Wait. It's because you're beautiful. Exactly. To me. I make his channel every week. Every week I make his channel.
God, when Bree goes into like the mode where she becomes the animals, it is so weird.
It's a vibe. Like it's what she it's like a split personality. Like she's.
I know, right? Oh God, Bree with the facts. I hate why does TikTok play stuff that like I don't want to hear? Oh, Bree is Gypsy's split personality.
She goes insane, and like she sends everyone into other people's lives now. Like even some of the main people that are on her panel now go in there to defend. She's like losing people.
I know. Okay, so we watched Natasha's thing, we watched April's thing, we watched Nina's thing, and you said Natasha's on Rumble right now?
She has all her Rumble videos that, like how like after she gets off live, she reposts the live from the Rumble.
Yeah.
She has those up, and like yesterday it was like Christy's voicemail, and she was asking people to ask her questions that she could ask Christy for them, and apparently she was going back and forth answering questions that people asked Christy directly.
Oh, I have restrictions on my son's iPad. I can't get onto Rumble. That's a good thing. No child should be on Rumble.
That is a good thing.
My son's gonna be really mad that I downloaded TikTok. I'm not gonna lie.
What's with the sniffing?
She's gonna be like, "This was not on my computer before."
And then you touched it.
Yeah. He pays attention to the apps. I love that so much. I don't know. It's gonna be like, this is different. It's not the same. He might even cry. It's sad. I don't want him to cry, so I'll probably have to delete it off the computer. That's hilarious. Oh, I love that though. That's like his like that's the autism
Was she seriously just mocking her son there? Because it's
of that's so much.
in between the
Yeah.
sniffing, of course.
He paid computer before. I'm gonna lie. Get onto Rumble. Oh, I have restrictions on my son's iPad. I can't get onto Rumble. That's a good thing. No child should be on Rumble. That is a good thing. My son's gonna be really mad that I downloaded TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna be like, "This was not on my computer before." You can know you touched it. Yeah. He pays attention to the apps. I love that so much. I don't know. He's gonna be like, "This is different. It's not the same." He might even cry. It's sad. I don't want him to cry, so I'll probably have to delete it off the computer. That's hilarious. Oh, I love that though. That's like his that's the autism of the fixation, like the fixed, everything has to be the same. Yeah, I'll delete it once I'm done with this. Now you know how to make a bot account on TikTok to watch free. Yes.
Can you hear Mama?
What the hell? Why does, this bothers me about TikTok, that stuff just like pops up and just starts playing. I'm not even on an account and it's like some lady named Edenbrook at a cemetery.
Oh shoot, sorry.
I wish people would post freeze lives on TikTok.
I think they're afraid to. They mass report.
They do. There's nothing interesting to watch. Did you guys see that Ryan was like pretending like he's the father?
Did you see where he was like taking polls for every little thing? Like, did you think that was better?
I hope Oscar does a video.
Yes.
Like that was
That is sniffing, and I agree that is too much. Like I'm thinking, like if she was like had a sneeze attack or something. Okay, no, that would be probably exactly accurate. But I don't know. And I'm not saying that it's anything of the illegal variety or whatever. I don't know. But I'm just saying that it does seem to be kind of out of place without there really being a cause for it, which I mean, I get it. My nose runs sometimes too, so I can kind of sympathize a bit, but it's just, it seems like, I don't know, a bit much. Yeah.
hilarious. Like, and everyone keeps asking if he's the dad. I honestly believe Ken's the dad. I do not think Ryan's the dad. Like, there's no, like, Ryan's the let that go.
Hey guys, it's Ryan here with my jerseys. Pixie, quit stealing my vibrator.
What?
Oh wait, what's this?
Hey guys, Ryan here with my jerseys and my chain on. Go Saints.
Oh,
Today I don't just have one, but I got two sweat towels. The Saints are playing.
I am going to slow this. I'm going to put this in normal speed because the video she's playing, it is actually quite hilarious. It's some guy in TikTok who's like a parody of the Ryan Anderson. What was his name? Ryan Anderson. Yeah. He's a parody version of him. It's kind of funny.
Sunday go Saints. It's my whole life. And all I have left. Pixie, quit it. Give me back my vape. Listen, I'm a better parent to Pixie than Christy is to Gypsy. She's her fake mom. Listen, there's some people out there saying what I wish I could say, but I can't say, but I will say. Let's take a poll. See if I'll say it or not. Red for yes, blue for no.
God, this is hilarious.
Wonder, Ken doesn't have a job. Fuck you, Ken. Rod the dad. Golden ass dad.
Oh my god, hold
Rod the dad.
on. I love it when he does the polls. Hold on.
Ken doesn't have it. If I'll say it or not, red for yes, blue for no. Just a reminder, Ken doesn't have a job. Fuck you, Ken. Rod the dad. Golden ass dad. I just feel bad for him because he's married to Christy, Gypsy's fake mom. Let's take a poll. You feel bad for Rod? Blue for yes, red for yes. Pixie, give me back my vape. Oh God. Oh, someone's on my live. Get off. Can you get off my live, please? Please get off.
Oh my god, I gotta show you my favorite one. We have to listen to this. I like Oscar is my favorite.
Did you see where Ryan called them douche, like a douche in a canoe when they did the
Yeah. Wait.
Kind of like douche canoe bandanas. Hey, what has Unirec been up to lately?
Guys, Ryan here with my jerseys. Just want to hop on, take 40 polls, and talk about Gypsy for 4 hours interrupted. Let's take a poll. Red for Ken doesn't have a job. Blue for Ken sucks. Guys, see my jerseys? Guys, got my jerseys and my sweat towel boy. Had to hire one for all my sweat towels. Got my vape here. So I can say hi to Pixie.
Pixie, hey, Pixie, give me back my vape. Give me back my vape, Pixie. Sorry, guys, she was around Gypsy too much, so now she's starting doing crimes.
I'm sorry, guys. She's been around Gypsy too much, so now she's doing crimes.
I'm probably an asshole too. It is kind of funny. It is. I don't know. It is. Not that funny though. Ryan better sleep with one eye open.
Guys, my stomach hurts.
Call Paw Patrol. Call Paw Patrol. She's laughing to the point where like she's getting cramps or whatever in her stomach or whatever. All because this guy's just making fun of Gypsy for being a criminal a little bit. Like that just seems like someone's getting a little too giddy over that. Like you're holding a little bit too much happiness stock in whether or not that happens. I don't.
Oh, I gotta rewind that.
It's weird.
My vape, give me back my vape, Pixie. Sorry, guys, she was around Gypsy too much, so now she's starting doing crimes. It's just one of those things where it is what it is. Listen, I'm not gonna get myself in trouble, but got a Jersey boy for all my different jerseys. Which one I'm gonna wear today? A bunch of jerseys can't afford. I may or may not have me a new Gypsy. Gypsy. She wears a jersey. She's been to jail 2 times. Gypsy can take that. Red for your heart went out for me when Pixie took my vape. Blue for Christy's a fucking bitch. All right, last one.
Oh my god, that's the one that makes me die laughing. Blue. Oh, we gotta replay that part.
Gypsy. She wears a jersey. She's been to jail 2 times. Gypsy can take that. Red for your heart went out for me when Pixie took my vape. Blue for Christy's a fucking bitch. Right.
Christy's a fucking.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the last one. I think this is the last one, anyways. Clip 9, I think. Pretty sure. Yep. Okay. This one says. KJ says you have to go no contact with Gypsy. She tells mods not to block words. Oh, it's where they talk about the dogs. And more sniffing, a lot more sniffing from the sounds of it. Oh, okay. This is yeah. Let's get, this one gets crazy.
One like Gypsy, because she will try to bring you back in. But like, if he's going no contact, then like, if he's live, he should not talk about it. But I don't think that if he was live and he talked about anything else, people would care, because look at Gypsy's lives. He actually didn't have that many people in his live the last time. He only had like 8,000, which I was like shocked. Yeah.
I also think he shows Pixie a lot.
Oh my God, you guys, someone random with this, what are they going to say?
Oh, dang. Hello, Allie. What? Sorry, I'm a little jumpy.
Hello?
Hey, Allie. Hey, you're on live. Allie, you're in the chat, but you're also on the panel. You're going to say something? We can hear you. Yeah, she's in the chat. She said, hey. Oh, she's going now.
No, I left her off. I don't think she wanted to be live. Sometimes people accidentally add themselves, and I get scared about adding people I don't know.
Do you think
What'd you say?
Do you think he shows Pixie to like try to get Gypsy to like be able to see her? You know she watches his stuff. Like you know she has to. So do you think he shows Pixie a lot just to like try to get her to miss Pixie or something and talk to him?
I don't know. You know, actually, he said something better this time, and he said Pixie actually likes me better. And I was like, you know what? That's a true sign of a dog. Like dogs don't like people that are not good people. I'm just saying.
All right, so I wanna pull something else up real quick. I just have a question about this. I don't know what the hell it is. Oh my God, stream errors. Okay. Okay, I want to play music. So this is Katie Joy new clam kisser. Wonder if KJ knows Camille was super stoked to fangirl over Mar-a-Lago. It was really nice of Without a Cristobal to let the wedding party borrow her Bentley though. Does anyone know what this is about? I'm so lost. But curious.
She had to have that dog though. She begged and begged and begged. It freaked out.
Dogs know though.
I know. And it's a shame that her own dog did not like her.
Why are like the weirdest words are like blocked on here? I need to go through my blocked words. When you guys block people, don't block words. In case you should wondering.
Why wouldn't you blacklist words?
Yeah, there's a lot of comments. Yeah, Ray's comments.
Ray's comments keep getting like, my dog peed on my ex. I mean, that's a smart dog.
What?
Yeah, like I have a dog too. He's very small. He's a miniature dachshund, but he's very like sensitive to people. Like he will only go up to certain people and let them pet him. But if it's like someone he does not like, he will actually try to attack them. It's really strange, but I always pull him back. But I just find it so strange, like that he does that before he even sniffs them. You know, he just sees them and he's like, I don't like you.
We have a hound that's very protective of us and very similar.
Oh, okay. What kind of hound do you have?
She's a tree and walker coon hound.
Oh, okay. Mine is a miniature dachshund, like I said before. He's long haired and he's dapple. He's really cute.
I'm turning off my fire. It's getting cold out here. It's getting cold out here.
Like that, I have a friend that I talk to sometimes, and anytime he sees her, he always gets aggravated and he starts barking at them.
Sometimes dogs, if they made a like connection to you, if they were like straight, I don't know, ours was a straight, didn't have the best socialization skills, and so she gets very protective of us. She doesn't like anyone that gets in our space because she's down for people.
My dog wasn't from a pound.
So someone in here in chat brought up a very good point. Teresa says, my son met his girlfriend over the internet and she ended up moving to where we are. So I do believe you can have genuine friendships online, just my opinion. I wholeheartedly agree with that completely. See, I don't think that it doesn't, I don't think it really matters if it's online or in real life, because shit people will be shit friends, whether that be online or in real life, where good people will be good friends, whether that be in real life or online. You know what I mean? That I don't think it's the avenue in which the friendship happens that determines the kind of friend someone will be. I think it's more or less the person that determines that. But I do think it's easier and quicker to, I think, form bonds, you know, the unbreakable bonds or whatever in person, only because you live and experience life situations together in real time. Whereas online, it's not so much because it's all virtual, you know, like that's all. But that doesn't mean that you can't find friends. It just, yeah, you can. So I think that that's absolutely true. And that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that about your son. I'm glad he met someone. I'm hoping my son meets someone so I can get grandkids soon, but whatever. No, I want him to be happy. That's what I want. Grandkids would be a bonus though.
Or anything. My friend actually gave him to me, but he was actually born straight out of litter. My dog is super sensitive. Like my cousin, she smokes the paper, and he does not like that at all. And anybody who does that and he smells it, he starts to get rowdy with them. It's really strange, but I actually like it because now I know who to look out for and who to be.
Why does this thing keep playing? Okay. You got my.
Oh, they just exposed April from impersonating someone named Sarah in everyone's lives.
Wait, what? Where? Who?
I was looking at the Rumble like after she posted it to Patreon to see what it was about, see if it was anything interesting that she did tonight.
Yeah.
And she has a whole thing where they caught April impersonating someone named Sarah, going into lives and getting on their panels.
But wouldn't you know her name? Wouldn't you know what she was being Sarah?
Well, they said that she was they called on because of her voice because she wasn't showing her like a video of herself.
Hmm.
Oh, she kept going on the panels and then she gets sidetracked talking about how great April was. Her, I guess, personality.
True.
Oh, I just read something to say in the chat. Laura says, I love pugs. Unfortunately, I lost mine at 14 years. I miss her. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, we lost our puppy. Oh gosh, almost 2 years ago now, I think. I mean, we have a new dog now, but I don't know, some punchy old dog. She was a special dog. She was very special to everyone in the family. So it sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's crazy. Yeah, Fancy April, same person. We call her April. Fancy's not a real name.
Your dog hates Katie. Oh,
Okay.
remind me of something.
Talking about how every like Fancy or April, God, whatever her name is, keeps saying that David Blanchard went through a window.
God, I hate this. I hate this conversation about David Blanchard.
You know that man probably just wants to be left alone in peace. You know, like he probably doesn't even. Does he even know people talk about him? Think he's involved?
We hit 100K. Woohoo!
Okay, so Nikki said something very interesting. She says, my dog Jack hates Katie. Now my cat Dilly is having a fit too. It's funny you say that because one of my very first videos that I made and put up on my channel here, these weren't my clips, but I found them. I thought, oh, there's an idea. So I'm going to show it real quick. I have to go here. So it's called Me Just Having Fun. Dogs Find Similarities Between Katie Joy and Donald Trump. The first clip, dogs barking at Donald Trump. And I found this clip of someone's dog barking at Katie up on the TV screen on her own page. The part where it says visitors posts, someone posted this for her. I thought, oh my God, I'm taking that. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, I'm just coming inside.
That was a big woohoo. I mean, we just hit 100K.
Sorry, I'm getting inside and like trying to like.
So I'm reading here what Llama Girl posted, and Llama Girl posted another 3 hours and 40 minutes wasted on talking about nothing. It's clear Katie has no friends in real life. She needs to go on TikTok to converse with people who don't know who and what she is, instead of picking up the phone like we all do. And I think that that's largely true, and that makes me sad for Katie. It does, because it's got to be a very lonely existence unless you're online, and you know. And I feel like too, like for a content creator, having this back and forth, this dialogue, it's not normal. Like it's very much one-sided. It's the content. It's mostly on the content creators. Like I'm the only one talking right here. You know, like no one else is talking. Like you're in the chat, but you're not talking. So I feel like it's an unbalanced give and take. So I don't think it can be even accurately replacing that real life back and forth, because it's going to fall short, I think. So that makes me very sad for her. It does.
Not make noise while I'm getting inside. Okay. 101. Thank you guys. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, my cat wants to come inside.
Yeah. Oh my God. What she writes here at the end. This is so true. So Llama Girl writes, I am a terrible chatterbox on the phone and will chat for literally 10 hours to friends while doing housework, etc. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like that's what makes housework fun.
Come on. Come on. Okay, my cat's at the front door. He's like cleaning himself, and then he's like, I don't want. No, oh, now he's running away.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go inside.
Come on, Kitty.
My
We're rooting for you. We're rooting for you.
Come on. Mara.
Come on, Kitty. He's not gonna get away. No.
All right. Okay, you guys, we have like a spider problem. My front door looks like I live at a haunted house right now.
Okay, I'm skipping over a little bit.
Inside now. So you have to know the show
in order to understand it. Yeah.
Not to know that most people are annoyed with the show right now.
Okay.
And one of their sons died by suicide recently.
There you go.
So there's a lot of like heated emotions right now.
Yeah.
And Cody is like the worst person in the world.
He sounds like it based on what Mama Todd always says. But if you don't know who Mama Todd is, she's kind of like a country woman. She's really sweet, and she lives in Mobile, Alabama, and she likes to make people look happy, like on her lives and on her videos. And she like comes and talks to you, not like in real life, but like in her videos to make you feel like comforted.
Blocked by Rina says she hates Mama Todd.
Why do you not like her? Blocked by Rena. He's so sweet.
I don't know. I don't watch her.
I'm gonna find the Sarah page and stalk it now.
I don't watch other Sister Wives creators. I just stay out of like, there's the one thing I will say about the Sister Wives world is like, there's not a lot of creator on creator like fighting. Everyone kind of sticks to themselves and does their own thing. And I like it that way. So recently people have been upset about what happened with Akira and that's been addressed, but like, yeah.
Has Akira posted any like apologies or nothing? Like I've seen all that. Like, I've seen so many creators like making videos about her and like saying it was inappropriate, and I've yet to come across a new video of hers.
She won't apologize. My concern with like just like as a larger creator, like I'm not on TikTok, and you have to realize like the world of TikTok is not the main source for Sister Wives news. Like most media outlets don't come to TikTok for source information. So
oh no, what?
My concern was that like it would just spawn copycats.
No, of course not. Most people, what they go to YouTube to Katie Joy's channel for all things, news content related. Like, okay, sure.
I'm surprised nobody else tried.
If nobody came to TikTok for that shit, then why the hell is she here? Why is she here trying to make a presence here, a place here? If no one comes here, come on.
To do it right after she did it, considering their house is for sale.
Like I don't like Cody and Robin. I just think it's inappropriate, like to go into someone's house and like touch their stuff.
It's completely unethical.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh my god.
Okay, again, I'm just gonna get this out here because this has been really annoying me. So yeah, whoever these content creators are, who I don't know, videotape this, that, the other thing, or whatever, going through their houses and open as a potential buyer or whatever, they didn't do anything wrong. People take pictures all the time when they're going through a house, going through an open house. The whole point of an open house is for people from the public to come in and look at your house. Now, if they were going through like really personal things, like somebody's purse and taking money or an ID or putting that shit in a video, sure, I'd see your point. But just because someone opened up a fridge or a closet, that's what people do when they're looking at a house. And if you have an open house where just anyone can come in, well, then that's what you're going to get. Just anyone coming in. And if this has been up online and pictures have been posted, well, then guess what? And it's also another story if it's another thing maybe if like the owners are there during an open house, but that doesn't happen, right? I mean, really, why would there be owners there? I don't know. If I were selling a house, I wouldn't want to fucking be there because people would just get under my nerves. Like seriously, be like, why are you doing this? Like just whatever. Anyways, the owners aren't there, but if they were there and potential buyers were like invading their privacy directly with a camera up in their face or something, okay, maybe you got a point. But you're showing the public your home. You're opening the doors to show the public your home. So you can't then bitch when the public gets to see your home. Now, did what these two people do, is it, I don't know, maybe crossing someone's line? Sure, I bet that there's some people who are like, that's too far, and they're not wrong. And there's some people who are like, that's not at all too far, and they're not wrong either, I don't think. It's really subjective here. That's what I think. I don't think anyone's wrong. But Katie, trying to suggest that this is in any way, shape, or form illegal, that's crazy. Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry.
Not so slow. Same hamster post. All right.
Wait, what was not so fast last time? Now it's not so slow.
I know. Like, I just, I don't like them, and some people said, well, you're bad because you released the police report for Harrison's death. And I'm like, that's not even remotely the same. That's like a public record and every other media outlet released it.
Exactly. Like, and other media outlets also released his text and everything. Like, none of that was.
And someone said in chat, they were opening up Robin's drawers and touching things. Yeah, that's fucking weird. Absolutely, that's fucking weird. It's not criminal though. It's not. It's fucking weird though. I give you that.
It's a secret for very long at all.
No.
So you reporting on it is nothing that somebody else wasn't already doing. You didn't go into their home or go crash a funeral or do anything crazy.
Okay, so how is it exactly the same? I didn't break into someone's house. I didn't do that.
Who broke into who? What? Nobody broke into a house. Where? How is she equating this as to home burglary or whatever?
I didn't walk into someone's home and touch their clothes. I didn't
touch their clothes. It's weird. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking weird. But in the really, where's the victim? Where's the harm caused in it? I think the person who's really harmed the most from that is the person doing the touching, not the person whose clothes it is. That's for damn sure. Just saying.
touch their artwork. I didn't touch their lamps.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you. The majority of people who are looking and going through an open house, they're touching a lamp. They're touching the walls, whatever. They're touching shit like that.
Didn't touch their walls. Also, it's insensitive. It's insensitive to report on a public record. Well, unfortunately, with my job, I have to cover topics that are not easy to cover. But I don't ignore the facts of a case, and the facts of a case would include a police report, which are not comfortable. But
I'm so glad she said this, because technically speaking, since I get paid on this channel, that you could say that what I'm doing is a job. So when I reported on a public report from a police department that was where I obtained it from the police department through official steps and everything. Well, that's just me doing my job, right? And it wasn't a pleasant thing to read or anything either. So you could say I even feel her pain, maybe, right? I just want to point that out because she likes to bitch about that a lot. I don't know, whatever.
But the family is a public family, and it's a public death.
You're a public person, and you made all that shit public yourself.
And unfortunately, those details were part of his death. Nothing that was released was not public record.
I think people think that they were just going to be a secret forever. Like, someone else was going to report on it. They were always going to report.
Okay, do you understand how invasive that is during the time for the family? They were filming for the show.
So
do you understand that the media is reporting on a death, and Matthew Perry's death has been widely reported, and they've gone into all of his records, and every other death that happens in the celebrity world, it's the same thing. Give them space to grieve. Oh my God, this person's insane.
They were literally filming it for the show. His own parents.
Just because another outlet does something questionable or does something that you deem to be similar, which I would argue it's not, doesn't make what you're doing at all right. So yeah. And none of the information she obtained and put out there was for public interest. It wasn't for the betterment of the situation or those involved. It was done for no other reason other than to drag, shame, and harass the grieving family. That's the only reason why that shit was done. And she had this very strange, like deep-rooted vitriol against them for his death and the manner in which he died. She didn't give a shit about this person. Like, she was calling him a racist not too long ago for a comment that I argued myself back then, saying, no, I think he was making the face because the thought of his sister being with any man was what kind of grossed him out. But I digress. So yeah, I don't think that she really gives a shit about this guy. It's not like she lost a personal friend here, or she witnessed this man being harmed and hurt, and she had to deal with the aftermath, and she just loved and cared about this man, and now he's gone because of what happened. No, because she dragged this man, this guy, this kid, whatever, and every chance she got. And now she got to exploit him in his death and drag the parents. Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Parents were filming it and putting it on national TV anyway. Be serious.
That's their family, though. That's their family. You know, it's also what they've known for how long now? Like almost 20 years. This is what they've known. So why would they start doing things differently now? Because that might actually add to the pain a little bit more.
Grieve. They weren't grieving. They were filming.
Oh, they were grieving. Okay.
Unfortunately, death is a part of this world that I don't enjoy covering. I hate it.
Death is a part of the entire world. I guarantee you, every community you find on YouTube, you will find death there. It's a fucking anomaly like that. I don't know. I guess where you see humans, you might see some death.
I had a question about that, actually. I've seen people report on it. But did Cody was supposed to go check on him and he didn't, or because I know his brother did. Was Cody supposed to go with his brother?
So Gabriel left the scene and was going to go get Cody, but Cody never went to the scene. So like Cody never showed up at the scene of the death. No, it wasn't an open house. And how is an open house going into someone's house the same as reporting on a public record? Oh my God. It's not the same.
You're
She
right.
went into these people's houses and touched their clothes.
She even said what type of supplements Cody was taking, which is very invasive. Like that's disgusting, honestly.
Wait, what?
Like that's disgusting. She even said what type of supplements Cody was taking, which is very invasive. Like that's disgusting, honestly.
Oh, but it's okay to read Garrison's toxicology, right? But it's disgusting to know about Cody's. What? Do these people up on panel with her even realize that most of the shit that they vocalize to take issue with is right there next to them, whose channel they're on? Do they not even see that everything that they're stating is embodied by the channel owner? That's crazy to me. Like, they have to see it, and they're just willfully ignoring it for clout or whatever. I don't know. I don't really care why the reason is, but there's got to be some reason.
These people are such fans of this family that you cannot report on anything. But going into someone's house under false pretenses is way different than reporting on a public record that you got from the police.
It is way different. Like it would like if they act like you went into the funeral that was a private funeral and then just filmed the whole thing.
No, not even close.
Crazy. It's like they want the information, but they want it their way. Like we can't have it both ways, guys.
And the same people that are complaining about that wanted all of that information. Like TMZ released video of them checking on Garrison's body.
That's wild.
I did not release that video, and I have it.
That's crazy. That's why I couldn't understand. Like, because people were saying, "Oh, Cody showed up," and some people were saying he wasn't there, and I was like,
"He wasn't there. He never showed up."
So the brother found him, then was going to go get his dad, and then the dad didn't. Cody didn't come back with him. Is what happened. Just so I'm clear.
Yeah, that's what the report was very vague, but Cody never showed up to the scene. Janelle told the police that they were estranged.
My love, I'm gonna hop off this live. I have to. My eyes are closing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this now
You
too.
guys have a great live.
My eyes aren't closing, but I'm over this. I'm getting annoyed now, really. I'll be honest. So I'm gonna wrap this up here. Let me go back to chat though for a few minutes. And so the Twitter account that I was watching these on or pulling these from was Llama Girl's Twitter account. So you will find her information in the description here. It's because of her sacrifice that a lot of people even get to hear these streams, especially now that she's mostly entirely streaming on TikTok. Otherwise, we would not really hear this because, well, some of us just, we're not masochistic enough to have to sit through much of her lives, or just some of, I don't know. I just can't do it. Anyway, but Llama Girl has been taking one for the team for a good minute here now. So if any of you enjoy any of this content or talking or viewing any of these without having to give her the view or without having to catch her lives as they happen, then I urge you, please, to consider sending Llama Girl a little bit of things. There's a link in the description where you can just buy her a coffee. So just consider it if you like, please. Thank you. That's all. So yeah. Yeah, see that supernatural crime, Nikki, like if I were to watch her, I'd rather just do it in a live stream that I was doing, because otherwise you'd have to screen record it. So it means you have to sit there and kind of pay attention, because we all know screen recording will just stop for suddenly or whatever. You run out of space or whatever, this or that happens, your battery starts to die, whatever. You kind of have to be near it to really monitor it. That means you got to hear it. And then if you want to do something with it, then you got to listen to it again and maybe even again. And it's, yeah, no, I would do it in a live stream too, and just one and done, be done with it. Yeah, I don't get notifications either. Well, I'm not blocked from my TikTok account, but I noticed that when you go into her lives, into the chat, your name pops up there just briefly and says so-and-so joined the chat or whatever. Well, she knows my name. So if she saw EKC people saw join the chat, she probably blocked me right then. So I have to do it through a sock account. So when that name comes up, she's none the wiser. Oh, TikTok doesn't ever notify. Oh, that sucks. But that I'm even more appreciative of all of Llama Girl's efforts. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the shit she did over Garrison's demise and how she tortured his family and his loved ones, you know, and like a lot of us here, I know, like watched her do this for a long time and again over the whole Marvon McRae situation. And we saw what she did to Letitia. And I mean, what kind of shit do you have to have going on inside of you that you hate someone who's mourning their own child like that? Like, that's a special kind of fucking, I don't know. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Mary. Yeah, I'm trying to get my TikTok. You have to have 1,000 followers in order to go live. I'm a little over 400 right now, so I'm trying to get it up there. I don't know. I started putting a few like short videos up on there. Maybe that'll help generate some shit because I really haven't put much up on TikTok for quite some time now. So I have to get. I think I'm gonna have to put some work into getting the followers. I think so. Which reminds me, I uploaded 2 shorts to right before the live stream started. I uploaded 2 shorts to the YouTube channel here and to the TikTok. They're the same shorts. So go check them out. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get going. Today's Sunday. So I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night, but it's gonna be a little late. It's gonna be like 11, 12 maybe. So yeah. But it won't be before then. And but I might not do. I don't want to commit. I might not stream until Tuesday. So, but need to promote one of the videos. What do you mean promote one? What do you mean promote one of my videos? Like I post links and shit on other social medias, but I don't know if that's what you mean. I don't know shit about doing any. I don't know. It all seems very time consuming too, all the social medias, and I just don't have that much time. It kind of sucks. I wish I did. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. That kind of promotion. You know, I've been slowly starting to do that. I've been going into some live chats lately. I pretty much stuck to YouTube though. You're right. You're right though. I got to do it on TikTok more. Thanks for the tip. I'm definitely going to do that. All right. I'm going to get out of here though. Thanks for being here, everyone. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Where is it? Okay. Bye.